Yo, what up? What's up, El Pollo Loco on Instagram? Yeah, thanks for saying sup back. Yeah, I was just testing out the chat to make sure it was like flowing in. And Korean Duder, yeah, I think you're first. Oh, damn. What? All right, cool. I don't know why you can't hear me. I'll tell you when you get back, Korean Duder, but now Legal, what's up, man? Dude, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, dude, you're second. Skyer, what up, dude? Good to see ya. W's, dude. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, y'all. It's always good to see you. Sunday packing, you know what I mean? Hanging out, having a good old time. Let's turn on the fan. Doo. What's up, now Legal? All right, Korean Duder, if you're back. Yeah, you're first. You got your Kabuto, dude? That's what's up. Congrats, man. That's what's up. It's a shiny Kabuto, right? That's sick, dude. I beat you to it. Now Legal, I hydrated just now. Thank you, though. But yeah, you know, it's Sunday. We're just gonna do the same old. Just pack some orders, hang out, talk about stuff. I think we'll talk about all the results from the survey. That's why I made the title like revealing the secrets. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's funny. Yo, Rabbit, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, Rabbit. And 8,460 resets, Korean Dude. That's a lot, dude. That's hype, dude. Let's go, dude. That's sick. Yeah, dude, that's like for real. I'm super happy for you. Yeah, I remember I used to do a bit of shiny hunting when I was a kid, but I never had like the patience for it. So that's super sick that you can do it. Yeah, I used to like get really into it. Show the setup, like my music setup. Yeah, this is my my music studio pretty much. This is where I pack merch orders, because what I do live on stream is we just hang out, tell stories, see how we're doing, and yeah, pack merch orders and stuff. And speaking of that, dude, we have 36. Yeah, because you know the holiday sale is ending tonight, like literally within 5 hours. So because of that, everyone like rushed at the last second to buy stuff, and yeah, so we'll probably not get through all the orders through the live stream. But yeah, pretty much this is it. We got a plant. I'll talk about Jermaine once more people flow in. Got my plushie, got my order printer, and I got chat on 2 different screens. So yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I mean it's good though. I mean I'm oh, and hydrate. Thank you, Korean Duder. You get paid next week? Oh dude, my bad. Yeah, the only reason why I'm ending it tonight is because so I can like ship it out to people before like the what's it called? The whole, like, you know, USPS is starting to be like, ship it now or else like, you know, we're not going to send it in time. So that's why I chose today. But I don't know, hit me up, dude. We can figure something out. You send me an email. Hydrate, dude. I'd miss none, dude. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing, man? You doing good? Oh, how's everybody doing, by the way? How's everybody Sunday? I'm sorry, I forgot to ask, but what's cooking, mama? Dude, hell yeah. We had Miss None, Korean Duder, now Legal, Skyer. How y'all doing? Rabbit, how you doing too, dude? Everybody, how's everybody doing this Sunday? I was at the gym earlier today, and my buddy had had to take a call, so I was just kind of there by myself for a little bit. So, dude, I like worked out so much. At some point, I'm gonna look like, I don't know, like way different. But now Legal went to work and it was chill. Oh, sick. Low-key blessed today? Like, did something special happen or are you just feeling blessed, man? Either way, I'm happy to hear, dude. That's super sick. And Miss Nunn, you're doing good. Just job hunting, getting gifts for friends. Oh, nice. That's sick. And any, like, particular gifts you're, like, stoked on? Or you're, like, looking for? And, yo, Atlas, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. And Skyer. Good, just mess around. Mega Man Maker. Oh, is that like the level maker? Isn't that like, wasn't that for PSP? Wasn't that Mega Man Plus? Where you can make your own Mega Man levels, or is that something different? And Admission, how have I been? Yeah, dude, I've been doing good. Just been, what's it called? Hanging out. Low-key working on like the holiday gift for the Kaiju Club in Monster Kingdom. So a lot of like, just messing around in FL Studio, making a lot of like kind of funny songs and stuff. So yeah, it's been good. Atlas got a new board, came Friday, got it all assembled. Dude, that's what's up. I'm happy to hear you got your board all good to go. Yeah, part of like getting a new board, just setting it all together. Sometimes like I'll like skate my board until it like snaps just because I'm like, oh, now I finally have to set it up. You know what I mean? But yo, Eli, dude, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. I saw you commented on the clip I made of what's it called? You know the clip. You know the Instagram reel. But dude, thanks again for asking the questions. That was really cool. I'm glad that like it was a cool clip. Everybody liked it. But 9, dude. Yo, hope you have a blessed day, homie. Working tonight, but get out at 11. All right, for sure, man. Dude, I hope the rest of your work, what's it called? Rest of your work goes good. And yeah, dude, I've been blessed, man. I've just been hanging out, chilling and stuff. It's been a good old day. Organizing these merch orders. You know what I mean? But yeah. And Skyrim Mega Man Maker's a fan-made thing on PC? All right, sick. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, when I rewatch the VOD, I'll like Google it real quick. I have like a long list of things to Google because I have been watching all the VODs. I haven't gone through to like finally like check off the checklist of all the things I said I was gonna do. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's been a really busy week with all the holiday stuff. But yeah, but Sky, thanks. Yeah, it's got a good chunk of the stuff from most of the classic games. This is sick. And Korean Duder says, man, I need to skate more. It's been raining like crazy. Oh, wow. But I'm waiting on my GBA screen and reshell to come in the mail to mod my OG. That's sick, dude. That's so sick. Yeah, I love modding Game Boys. It's a lot of fun. And it's gonna look so dope when you get it done. Now Legal, absolutely blessed. Dude, I'm so glad to hear you're absolutely blessed, man. That's what's up. And Joel's, yeah, thanks for stopping by, Joel, 710. Hey, I love you, bro. Still bumping my State of Zero to this day. Hey, man, send love right back to you, dog. I really appreciate it. So glad to hear you're still bumping Monster State of Zero and you're loving it. And yeah, I just appreciate you coming by to say what's up. And 9 is doing security for a dispensary. I can't complain. They give me a TV so I can put on WWE. That's dude, that's what's up. You get to have dope combos for wrestling fans, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I used to be into wrestling as a kid, and I have a lot of friends that are they'll kind of like keep me up to date on like what's going on, low key. Who's your favorite wrestler right now? I think I'm not like super deep in it, so don't judge me too hard. But I like Roman Reigns. I think he's pretty cool. He's related to The Rock. I don't know if he's still around though, because I know he like had that like unfortunate health problem come up. But yeah, wrestling's sick, dude. And Skyer currently oh my god, currently in like a Sheepman boss fight. That's sick, dude. Oh yeah, I remember Sheepman. Yeah, I like how they just at some point just started like just anything Mega Man. You know what I mean? At some point they was like, you know what, Sheepman, why not? You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, if anybody here ordered something like within the last 2 days, let me know so I can do your order first, because they have so many. I'm just gonna like just try my best. So yeah. Penta Dominic Mysterio, and yeah, Roman is actually back and he's going to be playing Akuma in SF movie. Oh, that's so I didn't know he was playing Akuma. That's so sick, dude. That's so dumb. And they're like perfect for it, dude. That's so rad. But yeah. But Mysterio's sick, dude. Like Rey Mysterio? Or is there like a new Mysterio? That's sick. And now Legal, I don't know if you know about the Lego D&D set, but I got in front of me building it. Oh, that's sick, dude. Yeah, NetNavi, the guy I worked on all the Ichi stuff, they're a dungeon master for D&D. So I have to tell them about that. They're gonna be stoked to hear. But yeah, dude, that's what's up. But yeah, okay. We'll wait another 5 minutes and we'll start talking about survey stuff. I'm super excited to share the results. See if anyone has any questions about it. Oh, wonderful. I love this song. I just did my I found out Apple Music also does like you know, I guess they have Apple Music Replay for you know, Spotify Wrapped. Apple Music has theirs. It's called Replay, and I guess they do it for artists now. And Goodbye Earth was the top song for Groovy on Apple Music, and I was like, let's go. It was like Goodbye Earth and VTech. But you love D&D now, Legal? Yeah, dude. It's pretty sick. Everyone I met that's into it is like super rad. Yeah, all my like college buddies, they all like have like a D&D group now where they'll go ahead and what's it called? Play D&D and like, you know, just kind of like hang out at a bar or something. And then NetNavi is like the dungeon master. So it's like, I don't know, but they do it kind of like funny where like, you know, it'll be like, oh hey, we're all like, they kind of modify the story to make it like kind of goofy, where it's like, oh, all of our characters went to go get Korean fried chicken, and then someone got too drunk, and then they threw up, and then we had to fight a monster. Like just dumb stuff like that. So they play a little bit more like raunchy, but it's like a good time. Oh, Nine says, so Rey Mysterio's son's in WWE, and he's one of the top bad guys at the moment. Oh, he's a heel, dude. And with 2 belts. And Cody Rhodes was playing Guile. That's so sick. That's so sick, dude. I'll have to watch I almost said San Francisco Street Fighter movie then. That sounds so rad. Yeah, I didn't know they were going wild like that. That's sick. Also, in case y'all remember, we do have bubble wrap. I had to buy more. I have like a whole ton coming so I don't run out again. Because yeah, last stream we like ran out of bubble wrap and I was like so upset. But now legal, you also run your D&D sessions like kind of like fun. That's sick, dude. Or like, I don't know how to describe it, but kind of goofy. Make it more freeform. Damn, we're gonna love the funk sounds. Groovy Kaiju beats around. Hold up. Also, if you can't tell, in the song I say, "Don't tell the president the UFO don't leave no evidence." It's because I wrote the lyrics of this song when remember how like for a cool minute they were like, trying to like cover something up, and they were like, we like the Area 51 was finally like, yeah, we had alien contact a couple times, and like that was like the big thing in the news was like aliens coming or something. So I like wanted to make a joke that like, yeah, but it was short-lived when the U.S. government was admitting to aliens. But now legal says I'm always getting new people into it, so I just make it new player friendly. Yeah, I feel like that's like a good way to do it, because that way no one feels like, I don't know. I'll be honest. The reason why I've been kind of like haven't done too much D&D myself, besides just like the timing of it all, like haven't actually take the time to go do it, is because like I've never, like, this is kind of weird about me, I've never been into fantasy, like just fantasy stuff. Like for some reason, like if it's like a sci-fi thing, I'm like, oh yeah, it totally makes sense to me. But the second it's like fantasy, for some, my brain just can't follow it. Like if like the guy's name is like Bjornjorn, I don't know, like Hillborn or something, I'd be like, I don't understand the difference between Hillborn and like Joseph the Rager or something. But the second their name is like BB-27, I'm like, oh yeah, it's BB-27. Like, I don't know why, but my brain just follows sci-fi so much better than fantasy. So I'm glad to hear now, legal, that you do your D&D more like new player friendly, where it's just like, like just kind of freeform, because it would make someone like me it would get a lot easier for me to follow. So I just can't follow fantasy stuff though. I don't know why. My brain's just not built for it. Hey Sasquatch, dude, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. You're just chilling, playing Recreation on PS5. Hopefully the indie devs find a new publisher. THQ stopped paying them, so it's possibly no 2020. Whoa, that's wild. That's wild. THQ just stopped. But Burnout meets Trackmania, dude, that sounds super sick. I've never tried a Recreation. I'll have to try it out, dude. Thank you. Thanks for the rec. You get the pun. But but yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that you feel me now, legal. Yeah. I don't know why. Like, I like, like fantasy stuff is really cool. I'm just, yeah. Like, I've never watched Lord of the Rings. Well, what's really random though is that like my buddy had this like GameCube Lord of the Ring games, and dude, it was so sick. Like, Lord of the Rings is sick, but I never watched all of them, and it's hard for me to follow them, like follow like the universe. Hey, cool. I'll have to check it out on Amazon. Sasquatch. Oh yeah, Sasquatch says it's $30 physical copy on Amazon. I'll check it out, dude. And or digital on PSN. Sick. Yeah, I'll check it out, dude. Thank you. Hey, but we have bubble wrap. Let's go. Warhammer 40k, dude. Yeah. You have a lot of friends that are getting into it. Whoever's like doing all like the stuff for Warhammer 40k, they're like really going in. Because I feel like I have a friend like converting over to it like once a week at this point. Oh, you know what I'm talking about, Sasquatch. So Sasquatch says the Lord of the Rings game I'm talking about is Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. It's a 2-disc RPG. That's sick. I didn't totally forgot what it even was. That's what's up, dude. Yeah, thanks for sending over the info. Yeah, because I wanted to go back and play it now that I'm an adult. Because like I remember as a kid, it was like too hard. It was kind of like the old X-Men games where it's like, you know, kind of co-op party. But I just remember being so fun, and like only my buddy had it, so I never got to like, you know, play it solo. And yeah, Warhammer, it sounds like a super dope tabletop. Yeah, one of these days I'll have to also give that a shot. All right, this vinyl's going to Andrew. Shouts out to Andrew. Sasquatch says, hopefully you also get to try the other game. Yeah. And the third age has co-op. Yeah, dude, it's been so busy. I had someone text me the other day that was like, bro, like, you couldn't get back to me. And I was like, no, literally, I couldn't, man. Like, I'm so sorry. It was like somebody I knew, like, in person in LA. They also make music. And they, like, sent me, like, they want to, like, hop on a call to talk about some, like, independent musician thing. And I was like, dude, I just don't got the time, man. I just really don't. So yeah. But that being said, Sasquatch, I did check out the email you sent me. Oh my god, I have played Bomber Cyberpunk. I beat the whole game. Bomber Cyberpunk's like one of my favorite games of all time, dude. I agree, it's super sick. But the other one you sent, I haven't played yet. So yeah, I'll check it out though when I get the chance. And yeah, the third age does have co-op, dude. I remember like us doing like 4-player couch co-op. It was super sick. I think it was just, maybe it's only 2-player because I remember it was 2 of us. But yeah, Sasquatch. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Let me give him one more sticker. I'll give him this one. Love you. Hey, me girl. All right. So it's been about 20 minutes. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and talk about the survey stuff if anyone's interested. I'm super stoked to share all the results from that. Does anyone, I guess we'll just go for it, and then if anyone has questions about it, let me know. Well, I just start rambling about this. Actually, let me take this up first. I'm sorry. Where's my tape at? Oh no. Yo, Vinny, dude, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we're just chilling. How's your Sunday been, Vinny? But yeah, for the most part, everyone's doing good, dude. Everyone's having a pretty awesome Sunday, thankfully. I'm just looking for tape. I think my tape, oh, there it is. It's like, it was hiding in the shadows. Now legal, oh, you took the survey? Okay, sick, yeah. All right, dope, well then, I'm glad to hear. Yeah, we're about to talk about it right now. And yeah, it most likely went through. I like, you know, we got a pretty good amount of results, so. Yeah. I guess I'll pull it up first, and then while I'm taping this, we can talk about it. Vinny, Sunday's been pretty good. How about you? It's been good, dude. Yeah, I went to the gym earlier today, and yeah, I was mentioning that my buddy had to take a call. Excuse me. So because of that, I like pretty much got like 2 workouts in one. So like, yeah, my arms are a little tired, but dude, I'm starting to see results, man. I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh man, I'm about to look way different. Like we'll probably be able to look at the first stream and be like, whoa. You know what I mean? Hey, all right, I'm hydrating right now, not illegal. Thank you. Yeah, I want to make it at some point once I have the time to just make it so like the channel points are a lot more useful. Make like fun stuff like pop up, or maybe we can do like song requests or something. Hey, you got the Kaiju plushie. But yeah. So I guess, okay, let's talk about the survey. Why not? Because that's the title of the stream. So I figured that'd be something fun to talk about. And I also said in the email with the results of like, hey, if you have questions, stop by. So just in case anyone's like lurking. So we got over 100 responses. Yeah, I know song requests at the channel points would be super sick. I'll have to just like figure out how to like, you know, make it so it's only one of my songs for the copyright stuff. But yeah, that would be super sick. Or if there was even like a next song, oh, that'd be sick. Just like skip. But what's it called? But yeah, so we got 100 responses on the survey, so that's really good. The survey, I think take rate was about like 1%, because there's like, I mentioned later on, but there's like essentially like 8,000 people in the Kaiju Club, which I'm super thankful for. So yeah, because of that, getting like over 100, I think if you do the math, it's about like 1%. So yeah, which is cool because it is a long survey. So thank you, Now Legal, for taking it. Yeah, I don't know. I try to like get, you know, like while I have your time, I might as well like, you know, I mean, really get into the details and stuff. But yeah. So pretty much we got 100 responses, and yeah, and I guess it's probably good to talk about too. Essentially, I sent out like 2 versions of the survey. So in case anyone here isn't familiar, I have both. I have like 2 different fan clubs. It's kind of weird, but one's called the Monster Kingdom. And oh, Eli says, dude, I've been struggling to draw my comic to get it done in a nice, timely manner. I feel you on that, dude. Yeah, making art on like on a clock is always like super tough, but you know, it's part of the game, dude. But yeah, man, I hope this helps. Me rambling and us hanging out helps you get your comic done. That'd be sick. But yeah, so pretty much I sent out 2 versions of the survey. One was for the Monster Kingdom, which essentially, so I guess it's probably easier to talk about the Kaiju Club first. The Kaiju Club is like, hey, Brianna, thank you, Brianna. I appreciate you. You're watching, I appreciate you, Brianna. So yeah, so essentially the Kaiju Club is like, you know, when someone like makes an order like Brianna just did, if it's your first order, there's pretty much a checkbox on like the Shopify thing that's like, hey, do you want to get added to a fan club? And most people, like I think like 95% of people keep it checked, so they auto get sent to the Kaiju Club, which is like a free email thing where essentially as like songs come out and stuff that I release and all kinds of other things, it'll automatically like, well, I film and send an actual email to everyone in the Kaiju Club, like, hey, like you know, this is what the song that just came out today, here's what it's about, and it's like all the fun, yada yada yada, you know what I mean? And also like discounts on merch and stuff like that. Like pretty much it's just like, you know, I try to really, when I think about it, like if I really think of it, it's like kind of like Nintendo Power, but for like my music and just cool stuff that I find on the internet. So it's like, I don't know, I literally have it in my notes, like all my like planning stuff, I call it Kaiju Power. Just so I remember the mindset to have when like writing the emails and stuff. It's like, imagine this was like a gaming magazine from like the 2000s, except it's just about like music. You know what I mean? So yeah, so because of that, it's essentially like both music and stuff, and like stuff that I have like videos about it, and just all kinds of, I don't know. If you, once you're in it, you'd be like, oh, this makes sense. Like I send skate videos sometimes, like, you know, just whatever's cool. Anyways, so the Monster Kingdom essentially is that, but except it gives you access to like way more. So like, not every video gets sent to the Kaiju Club because like you have to kind of be there in the moment to get it. So it's like almost as if like you can like walk into like the Nintendo Power headquarters and see every old archive. So like, you know, and like all the exclusive goodies and stuff. So like I have like a video on there on like how to like mix your music and like why mixing your music's important. That's like super deep cut in there. I have a few songs like doing like song breakdowns of like how I made Orca Adventure and stuff like that, so you can see the actual project file and everything. So yeah, so the Monster Kingdom is like an upgraded version of the Kaiju Club where you get access to everything in the Kaiju Club plus all kinds of what's it called? Goodies. But let me print out the shipping label for Andrew. Anyways, so yeah, so that's the difference between 2 surveys. So we'll talk about that right now. But Sasquatch says, I've been playing Metroid Prime 4. It has some bad decisions by Nintendo, like locking a music track behind a $30 amiibo. That's wild. And a couple Discord mod, Reddit mod dialogue characters that annoy even Samus. That's hilarious. Yeah, locking a song behind an amiibo is kind of wild. Is the song at least really good, Sasquatch? But yeah, so now that we know, now in case anyone's watching and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Now that we know that there's 2 different surveys that I sent out to like all these people in the different like Kaiju Club and Monster Kingdom, we'll talk about the Monster Kingdom survey results first. Sasquatch says, but every time I stream it, I get haters because I can't say anything negative about it. I also say positive points about the game. Oh, I feel it, yeah. Yeah, because I assume people that are like coming to like watch you stream the game probably are already a fan of it, so they hear anything, what's it called? Bad, they're probably like, meh. But Now Legal, wait, we're gonna buy another album? Oh yeah, thanks for asking, dude, I appreciate it, Now Legal. So if you do exclamation point holiday, it'll pretty much give you a link for the holiday sale, and yeah, then you can have pretty much all my albums on there, all like a super holiday discount. So yeah. If that works. Or you can go to groovykaiju.com and it's like the first link. So either one works for you. Now Legal. Thanks for asking, dude. I appreciate it. And Sasquatch doesn't have the amiibo to let us know if the Metroid Prime 4 like gate kept song is worth getting. All right, thank you, Andrew. Da-da. And hey, Lowe's fan, what up, dude? Let me sign this real quick. Oh yeah. Lowe's fan says, what up? It is my favorite music creator on the scene. Hope you're having a good night. Hey, dude, I'm honored to be your favorite, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Yeah, dude, I'm having a good night. We're just hanging out. Just having a good old time, packing orders and stuff, I guess, just in case. But we're packing orders and stuff, signing them, sending out vinyl and everything. So yeah, you know, another day in the life. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Good to see you. Oh, and we're talking about results from the fan club survey. So if you're in the Kaiju Club by any chance, we're going to talk about all the results right now, and just if anyone has questions. And Sasquatch says, other Metroid Prime games have banger soundtracks? Yeah, they do. I've listened to them. They're really good. And James says, I'm here, don't worry. I had to go back and 2x speed my way up to now. That's Mount. Hey, thanks for making it, dude. I'm able to join you because I'm working late at the moment. My FOMO ass is now caught up. Hey, dude, no worries. Dude, James, thanks for stopping by and ×2 and to catch up, dude. I appreciate it. Also, I heard that Nintendo literally paywalled background music for Metroid Prime 4 behind Amiibo. What the Yep. That's what Sasquatch is saying. Sasquatch is screaming Metroid Prime 4, so like, yeah. And Creator, yeah, I remember last time you were mentioning Metroid Fusion. It is really cool, dude. It is really, really cool. I love Metroid Fusion. It's one of my favorites. But sick, let me, so we got one order done. Let's do, this person's name is Zelmia. And, oh, snap. They got all kinds of stuff. Shouts out to Zelmia. I'll have to write them a note. But yeah. So then, I guess let me print this out. Like, talk about the survey results. So, Monster Kingdom, it technically was called the Kaiju Cave first, but we just relaunched it. But through the whole relaunch process, essentially, I think there was about like, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but there was like about 20 people in it, but now it grew by about, what's it called? Oh, now legal use exclamation point holiday. Well, I guess Groovy would work too, but yeah, exclamation point holiday, now legal, my bad. Like, you know, like, yeah. So what you just did, but holiday instead of Groovy. Yeah, Sasquatch says, I'm streaming Metroid Fusion probably later this week. Hey, sick, dude. That's what's up, dude. Yeah. And James says, are you filling out orders in order of oldest to newest or vice versa? How far back are orders? Dude, I'm not that, so James, I'm super thankful, but we have 36 orders, dude, from just Friday morning to now. So we've gotten a lot. Yeah, that should work. Or maybe it has to be lowercase holiday. I don't know. Let me check for you. I'll help you out now, legal. So usually what I do them is I like, because I kind of do them in order, James, but it's kind of also a little silly. Oh, you got it? Okay, cool. Thank you, now legal. I appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of do them in order, but it's just for my brain. Like, it's easier for me to do vinyl first and then CDs. Because the CDs, I could just sit here and just like, you know, pack them out. But vinyl, it's like a bit more complicated. So I tend to do the bigger orders first, and then I do the CDs in order of date. Do you have one? And if you have one, I appreciate it. But I'll be honest, I have so many. I have to like look through them all. I think you already got something. So yeah. And Atlas. Oh yeah, I just hit affiliate yesterday, so we can use the troll face email that I have. Hey, Atlas, dude, congrats on hitting affiliate. That's what's up, dude. We're both affiliates. Let's go. That's sick. But yeah, okay, survey results. And I guess I gotta start with this order, so the print it out. For Zelmia. That's a sick name. That's super sick. But yeah, so Monster Kingdom used to be called the Kaiju Cave. Had about like 20 people end of 2024. And then now at the end of 2025, it has about like 30 something. So it's grew about 60%. And it's partly because of the relaunch. So a lot of people are like, oh, like a lot of people didn't even know the difference between the Kaiju Cave and the Kaiju Club, so I had to rename it because the name was so confusing. So that's really good. And what was nice is that out of everyone who took the Monster Kingdom survey, I always start with like, what would you give it out of 5 stars? And like literally everyone said 5 out of 5 stars. So I'm super hyped that everyone that does try it is like super hyped on it. So yeah. James said I may have something from this morning. All right, let me check. Oh. That's, oh yeah, you do. Okay, well, I'll do that one next. Let me do that one right now, actually, because Zombie is not here. I'm gonna do it right now, James. Yeah. Thank you, James. I appreciate it, dude. For real, for real. We'll do that one right now. Hey, let's go, James. Yes, I see it. Hey, James. Thank you. Sick. Okay, cool. And it's a vinyl, so I can literally just use that. Oh yeah, James. Thank you. But so yeah, the Monster Kingdom got a perfect 5 stars. And I'm not just saying it, like literally, like the spreadsheet, like everyone said 5 out of 5. I was like, oh shit, let's go. And Lane, yo, Lane, dude, good to see you. No, you're not late. We're actually just talking about the survey results right now, dude. So thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing good. How's your Sunday? And James, thanks for getting all the Visceral CDs, man. I appreciate it. I'll grab those for you right now and I'll sign them. And since you know that I'm both Groovy and Aviscerall, James, I'll sign you as both Groovy and Aviscerall. And yeah, and I got you on the vinyl too, dude. Hey, thank you, James. But yeah. So literally, I won the Monster Kingdom, gave it five stars, and what was interesting too, I am happy, dude. I hope you're happy. Yeah, no, I'm really happy, man. I really genuinely appreciate it. I know we talk all the time. I was like, I appreciate it, but like, I don't know, man. It's hard to like put into words and like show how much I appreciate. Oh, you could ask like any of my like. I mean, if you ever run into anyone that I know in real life, they'd be like, oh yeah, like Aaron really, really appreciates everything. So like, I don't know how else to like put it, but yeah, I'm very happy, James. Thank you. I super, super mega appreciate it, dog. I'm gonna knock over this fan. Yeah, I'm stoked for you to get this too, because I don't know, all these CDs are super sick, and the vinyl is super dope too. But Lane says it's been good. Got to hang out with my girl this weekend and got to go to an oddities event. Oh, that's sick. What's an oddities event? And I hope hanging out with your girl went well and y'all were just chilling, having a good old time. So yeah. And okay, cool. I know Lane told me they like for real want to see the survey results. So you know, we'll just keep it going. But yeah, so what's nice is that people said they're coming to like oh, yeah, James. That's silly. I don't have that. But James just said, I was confused though, because I thought you had 4 CDs under your Aviscerall name. Turns out your 2019 album is only on Spotify. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I probably should make CDs for that. I don't know why I spaced on that one. And you make a very good point. Yeah, I'll go ahead and make that sometime. When I rewatch the VOD, I'll like put that down as a note. Because yeah, I totally should. I think that I'm falling for you. Yeah, the reason why, James, is because yeah, when I made that Aviscerall album, like 2019, it was partly because I think you saw the update where I talked about how like someone stole a bunch of streams from me and stuff like that, and it was like super wild. The album came out around then, so because of that, it was like I was so busy trying to figure that out that I completely forgot to make an album, like a CD for that Aviscerall album. And Crane Duda Shiny Hunting Hitmonlee, that's sick, dude. What is Shiny Hit? That's sick. Isn't Shiny Hitmonlee green? That's sick. And hey, James, you have your post-hiatus discography across the board? Thank you, dude, for real. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad, dude. Hell yeah. And yeah, Korean Duda says Hitmonlee is green when they're shiny. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Thank you both, all y'all. Like for real. Sick, dude. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read that. I'm just like, get a little emotional. I'm not gonna lie. Thank y'all, I appreciate it. Alright, the Monster Kingdom. The people are visiting the portal multiple times a week, which is awesome. So if you aren't in the Monster Kingdom, it's because essentially part of what you get out of it is that real goat. Thank you, Vinny. You're the real goat too, man. I appreciate it. Part of the Monster Kingdom is you get access to pretty much all like the digital stuff. I pretty much just have in like one giant website. So like because of like there's like it's kind of like a Patreon except it's organized way better. So like literally everything's organized into different like sections and stuff. So pretty much all like the digital goodies you get in the Monster Kingdom, people who are in the Monster Kingdom are going multiple times a week to like watch a video, to like download something or something like this. So it's like pretty much they're like actually using all the benefits, which is like you want to see as someone who's like, you know, trying to run something like that, like a little like thing, like a paid fan club, I guess, for lack of better words. So I'm like, hell yeah, because that means everyone's actually like enjoying all the goodies that they're paying for. So it's like 100% worth the money, if that makes sense, for them at least. James says, I did watch the update about all my songs, like my song, not all my song, but that one song getting stolen. And yeah, James told pretty much the story, like the TLDR of it. But yeah, James was correct in that I was working at Google and like a buddy of mine like give me a heads up, and it led to like a long battle with Spotify on like someone stealing my song. Eventually it all worked out. But yeah, it was wild, dude. So because of that, I'm like pretty much made like a Aviscerall album around that same time, and because I was so like trying to figure out everything with Spotify that like I forgot to make a CD of the album because I was so busy just trying to like get Spotify to be like, you know, get their stuff together pretty much. But it all worked out. Lane says that Oddities is an event where people sell DIY art, clothes, and crafts. Some of them related to cryptids, cosmic, and pagan designs. Oh, we got some punk stuff too. That's pretty cool, man. That sounds super sick. Sounds like a fun time. Get to like get some merch of that caliber. Is it caliber the right word? But yeah, I'm trying to say. And you got some punk stuff and saw some punk stuff too. That's sick. Yeah, punk music's super dope. I'm trying to think of my favorite punk artist. I don't know if they count as punk, but I like Big Ass Truck, but they're more hardcore than punk. Isn't hardcore though a subgenre of punk? But yeah. But sick, y'all. I appreciate all the insights. So yeah, so pretty much Monster Kingdom people, they're having a good old time. They're visiting and using the benefits. Now Lego got me on the hydrate. Thank you, dog. And the relaunch went really well. And what's cool, speaking of working at Google, all right, I heard you when you get back, James. Have fun calling your wife. Hardcore is the older punk. Okay, cool. Sick. Thank you, Sasquatch. And yo, Zaku. Yeah, Zaku was like, as a hard. I gotta chime in. We're talking about punk. Sick. But it's good to see you, Zaku. Thanks for stopping by. Zaku's walking to a Canto Pop. Oh, sick. Out in the San Gabriel Valley, I think. Got about an hour walk, so I'm tuned in until I get to the event. Okay, sick. Well, cool, man. You know, keep us in the loop. Canto Pop is super sick. Oh, Super Hideo, dude. What's up? No, you're not missing the results, man. We just like, you know, I've been packing orders at the same time, so we're barely through talking about the Monster Kingdom. Not even like halfway done. So yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'll probably share a little bit. Actually, I probably should share it. I'll share both because I have like my own personal notes about everything too. So I can, after I go through like the actual like email again, pretty much, then I'll go through and share some of the more stuff that I took note of myself. If that makes sense. So yeah, and oh, neat already. Hey, yeah, dude, thanks for stopping by. So what's it called? So one thing that was nice too is that, you know, speaking of working at Google and speaking of being an engineer, which Simply Hideo also knows, pretty much what I did is that because the Monster Kingdom portal, the thing I just mentioned, with all like, it has everything in there, I pretty much wrote, it's called like Make or like Zapier, but I made it so that once a week, an automation runs where it like scans the entire website for any changes and then finds any changes and then goes ahead and puts it into like a whole like code thing where pretty much I now have like weekly automated emails to be like, yo, like, you know, since you're like part of the Monster Kingdom, you're paying for it. Here's everything that you got as a part of like this week that like got added to the portal. And because of that, I feel like, I think it used to be people used to visit the Monster Kingdom website once a week, but because of the automated emails, now people are visiting multiple times a week because like, essentially like, you know, people sometimes would miss stuff that got added and stuff like that, or they'd be like, what, why am I paying for it? And like, how many, you know, I used to do it like, I used to write all the emails manually. I still do a monthly email, but pretty much this just helped a lot in terms of people like knowing what they're getting out of it. And the way it all works is that essentially it's like within the Shopify website, it's like a blog, and like I wrote a bunch of code. TLDR, I wrote a bunch of code and it works every week. And I'm like, hey, let's go. Let's go. I want to write code. Let's go. Superpowers. And then what's really nice too is that people in the Monster Kingdom said they also really like the monthly updates I do. So because back in the day, the Monster Kingdom used to be where I would send once a month everything that changed. So like and the emails would be super long. So I'd always add a bunch of stuff. But now that the weekly emails essentially keep them up to date, the monthly updates are now are just like, hey, look, here's the test pressing for like this new vinyl coming out, or like, hey, look, here's like a preview of the video I'm going to be dropping in like a month and stuff like that. So it's a lot more like fun, and it's a lot more like, you know, we can get hyped together rather than just like, you know, talking about what's already been released. So like all of like the secrets get revealed in the monthly updates, and people seem to like those a lot too. So yeah. And the most heartwarming thing of like the Monster Kingdom, it says in the update, but when I ask people like why they joined in the first place, and it's mostly people join, yeah, test pressing Zaku. Zaku has a test pressing. Like low key, shouts out to Zaku because before, when I still lived in LA, Zaku like pretty much listened to I think Groovy in the Galaxy and Relic Reptar on vinyl to help us make sure it was good to go. So shouts out to Zaku for helping us out to make sure the vinyl wasn't all goofed up. So if you have a Relic Reptar or Groovy in the Galaxy vinyl, it's because Zaku made sure it was quality checked it for us. But yeah, the number one reason why people said they joined the Monster Kingdom, so again, like the upgraded paid version of the Kaiju Club, is because they just want to support. Like that was like the biggest thing, which was like super like beyond heartwarming to hear. Like, you know, of course, like it pretty much like the dichotomy of it is, in case like anyone also is doing their own art and stuff and they're like thinking about starting a Patreon or something, like I guess really it's like you got to lead with like, I guess for lack of better words, like emotion first, because like at the end of the day, people do, if they like your stuff, they want to support, you know what I mean? And the benefits, and like low key, the benefits is what keeps them there, as they said. So they were like, I joined because I appreciate everything you're doing, and it's the benefits is why I stay. So like I think having some kind of system of like making sure people know what they're paying for is like important. But like to get people to join in the first place, you want to be like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like here's what we're trying to do with this music or this art or whatever, and I'd love to have you be a part of it, you know what I mean? And people are like, hell yeah, I want to be a part of it. And like, yeah, it's sick. So like, thank you if you're in it. I know Sympathy Deo is, but everyone else, if anyone's lurking. But yeah. And Baja Blastaholic, dude, that's a sick name, man. Dude, thank you so much for getting my tapes last Christmas, and I'm glad that you're still listening to them. Thank you for grabbing them, and you're welcome. So yeah, James is back. Hey, what's up, James? So I just signed your vinyl, and I'm gonna give you a ton of stickers as always. Actually, James, do you want any specific stickers? So I'm gonna just throw them in here, but I don't know if like, I don't want to like dox too much about your personal info, but if anyone, I guess it's not too bad to say, but I know if your family has like a specific sticker design they like, I'd be stoked to throw some in there for you. And Simply Hideo, my reason to join, exactly. I want to help in the ways that I can. Exactly, dude. Thank you so much, man. For real. Yeah, it's so cool, dude. We get to do all this now. Yeah. And now Lego's going to a little party. Hey, now Lego, have fun at the little party, man. That sounds fun. Yeah, we'll be here chilling. So sick. But yeah, James, let me know if you're back. If there's, I mean, you know the sticker designs. Just let me know if you want any in particular. But I'm gonna start loading them up. And while we're loading them up, but yeah. So that's the big thing. And then the next thing, so yeah, that's pretty much everything Monster Kingdom. So I know you missed the beginning, Simple Hideo, but if you have any questions about the 5-star rating, it's 60% growth, or people visiting multiple times a week, feel free to ask them. Otherwise, we're gonna start talking about the Kaiju Club. Which, speaking of that, it grew from about 6,300 people to about 8,700. So at the end of 2024, Kaiju Club was like about 6,300 subscribed people that were like actually opening and reading the emails. Because part of doing all the email stuff is that, you know, sometimes people join, like, you know, maybe like their emails get all messed up or they just stop checking them. So I do clean them out every once in a while where I'm like, hey, are you still opening the emails? Like, do you still want to be here? Because if not, then like, it's all good. I'll just, you know what I mean? I'll stop emailing you. I'll stop bugging you. So it was like 6,700 people that like actually, what's it called? So James says, throw in whatever stickers. I'm the only one that actually likes the stickers. My wife would mostly use ABBA stickers or faith related. Okay, that makes sense. Well, stick. All right, well, I'm just gonna throw in whatever, man. I'm gonna load it up for you. But yeah, so what's been really cool about the Kaiju Club is just how much it's grown. Like I remember end of 2023, it was about like 1,600 people, but then 2024 was wild and it grew by like, you know, 4 times into what's it called? What it is now, you know what I mean? So but now it's grown by about 6,380. I don't know, I think it's about like 30-40% growth. So that's super sick. So just, you know, it's mostly just from shipping out Mosh Shape Zero. People like say subscribe and they're like, actually this is pretty cool. and they like don't unsubscribe, you know what I mean? And they appreciate all like the updates and stuff. So it's been great. And James said might send some stickers to a bud of mine though. All right, cool. Well, you're gonna have so many. So feel free to send them to a buddy. Here, I'll give you a double of these too, just in case. Boom. All right, that's enough definitely enough for a friend. Yeah, I can't even hold them all. If you can see them, I don't know if you can see them on the video, but yeah, it's gonna be a lot inside of here. But yeah, Simply Dale, thank you. Yeah, I'm super stoked on the growth of everything. And I don't know, and it's just been cool too, because, you know, I mentioned before, part of the stream stuff was like, you know, like for example, Simply Dale, like, you know, you and James wouldn't know about each other unless this stream was happening, you know what I mean? Not that like you guys are like best friends all of a sudden, but you know what I'm trying to say, like, it's like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean? So yeah. Mosh Shape Zero's personal favorite album. Dude, thank you so much. I'm so glad. I wish I still had Mosh Shape Zero stickers. This is my like sticker container for it, but we ran out. I ordered more for Black Friday, but you know, so maybe in the next order, I'll load it up for you. My goodness, that's a lot. Yeah, dude, I got you. So yeah, so I'm super stoked on how the Kaiju Club's going and stuff, and I don't know. And also another big thing for anyone else who might be creative or something. Have you ever heard of the concept of 1,000 true fans? And not that like, you know, not to like rank everyone, but and Vinny says, can't wait to listen to Mosh Shape Zero. My vinyl gets here. I think I shipped it out already, no? Let me check, Vinny. Let me check on that for you. Cause I got Vinny just, oh yeah, Simply Hideo and Vinny, dude. We're at like 36 orders. Simply Hideo has been like every stream, so they know like 36 is like 3 times more than usual. So you know, we're doing it. But yeah, so because of that, Vinny, if you just ordered it, my bad if I like didn't recognize, because I have a big ass stack. Yeah, see, Simply Hideo, I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm super thankful. I'm like the DJ Khaled meme where he's like suffering from success. You know what I mean? Not that I'm suffering, I appreciate everything. But you know what I'm trying to say. Vinny. Did you order as Vinny? I don't know. Let me know if I already shipped it out, Vinny. I'm sorry. I just looked right now and there was one of the Vinny. No, I ordered the day. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. Thank you, Vinny. Yeah, Vinny says they ordered the day after Black Friday. Yeah, exactly. Where's it at then? It should be on the way. So I know it's been showing up for some people. But if it's not the day after Black Friday, that was about. Okay, that's still taking a while. If it's not there by next week, Vinny, let me know and I'll yell at USPS. Hey, Lane, dude, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Oh yeah, Lane. Hey. James says I have a bag with all your stickers. Honestly, I don't have a lot of things to slap stickers on. Well, you know, you never know. You might someday. And yo, Logan, dude, yeah, it's been a while. How you doing, man? Good to see you. We the best for real meme? Yeah. Hey, thank you, Lane. I'll print it out right now too. Yeah, I just gotta pack up James's order, and then we'll start on yours, Lane. Simply Hideo streaming until 1 a.m. my time. Yeah, most likely. I think I'll hard cap it at like 4, but then I'll probably have to do like a round of like all of this. You know, probably like the smaller orders, just like crank them out, for lack of better words. Hey, Lane, it's for my girl. Hope she ain't watching. Okay, we'll keep it secret. I hope she's stoked on it. Why didn't it print? Oh, because I didn't print it out, duh. Lamau. Oh yeah, James said we have a bag of a bunch of stickers, but you don't know what to slap them on. Yeah, so what I do is I have like a coffee table. I mean, you can't see it, but I have a coffee table out there that's just like covered in stickers. So whenever I get free stickers, I always just put it on that. So I don't know if you have like a random furniture object that would be good for stickers, maybe do that. But yeah, but whatever you want to use the stickers for. Yeah, you smart, you real smart. I like that DJ Khaled meme too. Sasquatch. Logan says, doing good, but I'm locked in on those OST vinyls because I'm trying to make the Meep City ones have Meep shaped boxes. The OST is fire despite the horrible moderation. I feel it, yeah. Yeah, dude, hopefully that goes well. I feel you on being locked in on doing vinyl stuff because same here, man. We're in the same boat. But yeah, Lane, by the way, does your girl have like, has your girl seen like the stickers and stuff? Does she have any favorites? I could throw them in there for you if she's ever been like, oh, I like that sticker or something, just so she can have some too. Yo, Slow Integra, dude, good to see you. Here, real quick, since Slow Integra's here, low key on Don't Play No Games, if I can find it. I'll see if I can play it real quick. This song, the intro, this car is Slow Integra on Instagram. That's their Integra. It's not slow at all. She would definitely like the mini kaiju one. All right, sick. The one, the only mini stickers I have left are the Kaiju Club ones, but I got you. These ones. Only mini ones left. I don't know if you can even see it, but it's like the, you know, the mini mailman kaiju with the letter, and he's like, yeah. But I'll throw that in there for you, Lane. But sick, thank you, Lane. I appreciate it. So yeah. So Kaiju Club grew a bunch. We were talking about that, and then I was gonna say something. Yeah, the mailman ones are sick. Yeah. I know, super Hideo. Yeah, it's like I think Slow Integra has a 89 Integra, LS maybe, but they like cave swapped it or something, so it has like the GSR engine. So it's like the car is just, it's dumb. It's so fast for no reason. So yeah. James says, I have a laptop primed for stickers, but it's an older model, and I'm scared that I get it on and won't get back off. Yeah, that could be simply PTSD when I had a MacBook with it. Yeah, or MacBook with ... Yeah, well, I'll let you finish writing, but honestly, what I do for laptops and stuff, you could always just get like a laptop case and then put stickers on that. Not that I'm saying you should buy a laptop case just to put stickers on it, or just to put my stickers on it, but like in general, like, oh, here's my MacBook. Funny enough, my MacBook's right here. Oh, I hate doing this. Yeah, so what I have is like, I have like a MacBook case, and like, you know, that, oh, well, the case won't come off right now, but trust me, this comes off. But this is my MacBook, and it's like a case. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a black case. And so, because MacBooks have such good resale value, if you ever need to sell them, I just got a case for them. I put all stickers on that. Not that they have like great resale value, but you know, like you can get like $100 or something. Oh, that's wild! They removed all your stickers on your MacBook, dude. Why would they do that? They don't need to do all that. Their repair guy was like, must have been mad or something. I need scissors. Okay, so what's next on the survey results? Oh yeah, so one thing is I mentioned it in the update, is that pretty much I asked people to like, hey, for like all the email updates I'm sending you, how often do you read them? And that's like, I don't know, sometimes I feel bad because I feel like some of the questions I ask in the survey is like, why don't you love me more? And I'm like, no, that's not how I'm trying to make it come off, but it's like, you know, I genuinely am just like curious, and I'm glad I asked them, because most people were like, oh yeah, I don't read them as they come in. What I'll do is like, you know, if I'm like bored on Sunday, I'll go ahead, and if I'm like, you know, maybe there's nothing new on YouTube or something like that, I'll just go through the emails and like read everything you've been sending me. So because of that, because I used to send an update that was like, hey, in case you missed it, here's like the skate video I sent you or something. I now am gonna just pretty much only for the merch shops, because those have a time window, but I'm now gonna just send all the more fun updates, just one email. So that way people who are like trying to like essentially binge it like a season of anime, so like binging and it's funny because sometimes I'll say like in the Kaiju Club, I'll like be kind of like jokey and be like, catch you in the next episode, you know what I mean? But like some people actually are reading some of the, like the fan club updates as if they were an episode of an anime or something. So because of that, going forward, I'll probably go ahead and, you know, everything I just said, not send reminders, only for like the merch shops, where like if it's like a specific time window thing. So yeah. So I hope people, yeah, but I don't know. There's been a couple times where I asked a question like that. People were like, dude, I promise I'll be better. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm just genuinely trying to like figure out like, you know, how I could be better for you actually. So yeah, it's kind of funny. But I also don't know like a better way to ask it. Anyways, James says, I still have my MacBook, but it's literal paperweight because I dropped it on its side while I charged and messed up the only 2 ports on it. This was the first model that put only 2 Type-C ports. I think I have the same one, funnily enough. And at that time, it would have been too expensive to fix. They said they had to replace the whole motherboard, so I invested in a new Windows laptop. Oh, I feel that, yeah. Yeah, that's like the big downside to like Apple laptops, is that like when they break, dude, it's like GG's. Hey, let me write you a quick note, James, because we're talking a bunch of it. I was just saying, thanks for coming by the dream. Thanks for coming by the stream. I hope you and your friend enjoy the stickers. It's funny because I used to sign all the packages just so people know, like, oh, I actually signed it, but now it's like, if they really want to, it's like, here's the video proof that I actually signed and packaged it for you. You know what I mean? But yeah. But James sees and then we're good to go. Super Hideo says, Best Buy has never found my trade in MacBook Pro. It's been a year and they've been have a shipping label, but nothing. Oh, that's wild, dude. Can you like sue them? You know what I mean? Like they're a big corporation. Cause like, I don't know. I know it's super annoying because I hate to be that guy. There's been so many times I've had to call like a Best Buy or something, or like something, and I've been like, dude, like, I'm sorry I have to be that guy right now, but like, come on, bro. I need my laptop. You know what I mean? And it's like, I know it's not the employee's fault, but like, yeah, sometimes you kind of have to. Dude. I got James everything. All right. My bad, James. I'm gonna double check I sent you everything. Mostly Zero vinyl and all 3 Visceral CDs. All right, cool. Sick. I wanted that Mac was 2,000 and I was meant to get 400 towards my new one. Yeah. Honestly, I would. Because you're not a bad person, man. Like, I don't know. Because, like, you really think about it, too. Best Buy just made all that money off of you. Because they lost it, you know what I mean? And it's like, does Best Buy really need more money, man? You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't know. That's, like, one thing I've had to learn, too, is that, like, I don't know. I think what made me change my mind about it is that, like, maybe it's a completely different scenario, but, like, you know, like, doctor stuff. Like, if you're curious about something, like, you should just ask your doctor, because, like, what's it called? Like, they can't help you if they don't know, you know what I mean? And yo, Austin, dude, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Austin says, what's up, dude? Sent you an email. Mind checking that out later? Yeah, I can. What's it called? I'll be honest though, Austin. I mean, I'm glad you stopped by, but because, dude, you've come to a bunch of the streams. Yeah, right now we have like, because the holiday sale just ended, we have 36 orders since Friday morning. So if you don't mind, I'll have to probably doing that for like today and tomorrow, but then maybe the day after that, I'll probably have a good chance to like sit down because I have like a backlog of other people to get to too. My bad. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out. If it's like super mega urgent or something, let me know. But yeah. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Austin. It's always good to see you. But sick. So yeah, we're no longer sending reminders on the Kaiju Club. That's one thing I shared in the survey because of people saying that they read the emails more like a binging a season of anime. And yeah, exactly. James makes a good point too. Just like I was saying simply there about, you know, like doctor stuff. Yeah, James makes a good point too. It's like in retail, like, you know, it's hard to help someone find something that they don't know what they want. It's kind of like, I don't know, you kind of have to like knock over a table every once in a while to be like, yo, you know what I mean? This is what I want, or like this is how it's gonna go. I know your situation is slightly different because you kind of have to be mean, which sucks, but yeah, I mean, but they're being mean to you if you think about it. But yeah. I don't know, Super Hideo, if you want, I don't know, if I was out there, I'd be like, no, you gonna fix this laptop. I would throw something. I'd help you out if I could. Sasquatch says, Best Buy really sucks now, customer service. Selling CD players and amplifiers, but no CD turntables, but barely any vinyl. Blu-ray players, but no disc, etc. Yeah, Best Buy, because you know, like, you know, everything's online now, so I think Best Buy's really like feeling it more than most people, or you know, yeah, probably more than most people. All right, James, I think we're pretty much done with your order, man. Just gotta print out the label and sign it, and we're good to go. The next is Lane. And yeah, and people in retail will get mad if you don't know. Yeah. All right, cool. 1 pound, 8 ounces. This is not that. Oh, that's perfect. Super Hideo, you guys are right for real. I might try again and pester them to find it. Might be a weird look for waiting so long, but I want my money. No, man, it's not a weird look at all. Cause like, keeping it real, it's like, bro, like, I waited so long because I trusted you, but obviously it wasn't well placed. You know what I mean? Cause like $400 is a lot of money, man. Think about this, Super Hideo, for $400, dude, you could have Arizona green tea for 400 days in a row. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that's sick. $400 is like 4 Nintendo Switch games, or technically maybe 5. But yeah, that or just, hey, Super Hideo, on top of that too, just bring a friend that likes this kind of stuff. I'm sure that's kind of weird, but I got some friends that would love to be like, oh, we get to yell at somebody, let's go. You know what I mean? Some people are like that. I don't know. Find someone who like doesn't really mind it and just go with them. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would get your money, man. If I could, I would. I would be that friend for you if you don't, you know what I mean? If I could. So if I lived on that side of the country. I know it's easier said than done, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of like something I had to do recently. Oh, dude, getting my car insurance switched from Arizona or California to Arizona, dude, I had to be that guy. Because AAA was charging me a ton of money. And I was like, dude. And I remember at some point I called California and I was like, I'm so sorry. People in Arizona are dumb. Please help me. And they were like, all right, I got you. And I live in Arizona now, so I felt bad saying it, but I had to. I needed it. But anyways, let me catch up on chat. I'm getting so simply now. I might have a guy for that exact. I know you got it. Everyone has a guy. James just got the email package on my way. Yep, because it is, dude. This is it. I forgot to show you. I'm sorry, but I mean, you can't read it either way. But this is your order, James. Thank you again, man. I really appreciate it. We're doing Lane next. But James says, literally earlier today, I was putting up more display trees and marking down the price, and the customer on the fence if they wanted this massive one. I just put out the one explaining features, and they were like, yeah, they want it. So I took it apart, asking if it works. So I had to take it, plug it in. They go, okay, put all the pieces in the cart. I'm gonna go with the brand new one. That sucks, James. I'm sorry I laughed, but like, that's like total like movie moment working in retail situation. You know what I mean? I'm just like, hey, can you do all this work for me? And then actually I changed my mind at the last second. So yeah, dude, I'm sorry you had to go through that, but yeah, that's crazy. And Lane feels me. $400 is a small Warhammer army. You know, I feel like on every stream we talk about how expensive Warhammer 40k is, dude. For the price of that MacBook, dog, you could get into it. You know what I mean, if you really wanted to. So yeah, you know, think about it. There's some CEO at Best Buy right now that's probably getting into Warhammer 40k off of your MacBook, dog. No, we can't let that fly. We gotta find your guy, dude. Me and your guy gotta. Here's another Groovy Kaiju stream field trip. Let's go get some Hideo's laptop back. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting too into this because I'm just like, my bad. I don't know, I'm really like, I don't know. I get really defensive over people. That's like one thing about me. Is like when I have like someone in my orbit, I'm like, nah. I don't know, it's because, I'm sorry to get all astrology, but you know, like Cancer the Crab, like they're always snipping at people that's outside of their reach, you know what I mean? So everyone on the inside's cool, but you know, I mean, I don't know. I was born in July. Anyways, we're doing Lane's order, and we're giving Lane a bunch of fun mail stickers for the girl. And Skyer says, may all of that CEO's miniatures be painted incorrectly. Exactly, Skyer. Yeah. That CEO does not deserve correctly painted Warhammer. Over here taking people's MacBooks. James says, on a similar boat to Warhammer, I left a comment on your last spot about my Magic the Gathering. Hey, that's sick, dude. Yeah, my plan was to check, you know, after the stream and stuff to catch up on Instagram and all that too. So I got to catch up on a lot of messages, low key. Well, I'm stoked to hear about your Magic the Gathering experience. Yeah, exactly. Okay, see, I'm sorry we keep talking about that. I hope you're not like, I hope you're not like, oh no, this is the main topic of the stream now. But like, yeah, we're all behind you, dude. Even Sasquatch is like, yeah, these corpos think they can do whatever they want. Nah, man, we getting your MacBook back, dude. If anything, too, hopefully at least, you know, we keep talking about it, but hopefully at least this makes you feel more validated that like, you don't have to crash out, but if you were, you'd still be kind of valid, because that's crazy. Unironically, I'm a Cancer too. Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, whoever picked up that package and discards it gets great misfortune. Oh yeah, dude. If we do like the Goku Spirit Bomb, let's put all of our energy together to wish great misfortune to this one person. All right, so Lane, I'm giving your girl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of the mini stickers. So she can stick them. She has a whole bunch to stick. Lane would be crashing out too? Yeah, dude. What are the stickers do I want to give Lane? Oh, the plushie. I'll give you 2 plushies and the beach. All right, Lena, I packed it back for your girl. Put all stickers. Or I guess you and your, you can take some out if you want to first or something. I don't know. I won't tell. But yeah. And hell yeah. All right, sick. Pack up this real quick. Yeah, thank you, Lena. I appreciate it. Okay, the CD looks good too. Sick. All right. So, okay. Now that we're done collectively crashing out over Super Hideo's MacBook. So one thing that's nice too about the Kaiju Club is I ask people like, how many people, what's it called? Like, do you tell your friends about the Kaiju Club? And funnily enough, Voidstrom, who's come through the chat a couple times, someone just emailed me today like, oh, Voidstrom told me about, your music and the Kaiju Club and stuff. And like, now I'm in it. What's up? But 40% of the people in the Kaiju Club, or again, not everyone responded, but this is all the data we have to work off of. But essentially, almost half of everyone in the Kaiju Club will eventually be like, yeah, I'm in like this one guy's like email thing. It's pretty cool. So that's super, super sick. Because essentially it's like a really easy way to help everything grow. And of course, I don't know, like I know it sounds maybe a little weird because it's like, well, yeah, of course you want to grow because you're biased a little bit. Or maybe no one's thinking that. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking that out loud, but it is nice when things grow though, because like, for example, like the bigger quantities you can order of like vinyl and stuff, like the better quality you get and stuff like that. Because you can do like all kinds of like different designs and stuff like that when you can do bigger orders. So like, it's just really nice because it's like, I don't know, it really does feel like a team effort. And I say it in like a lot of the emails, but I feel like I oftentimes will say we, like Groovy Kaiju is we, because I feel like stuff like that, like when I read stuff or I see stuff like that, like, yeah, I told a friend and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, you're part of this too, man. Like, what I mean? The vinyls look dope because you helped, really. So yeah, so that's really nice to see. James says, not gonna lie, a lot of recent indie artists I came across and follow I find through unusual ways. Well, one artist I found saw the music video, which included an animated giant monster mummy. 2 bands I came across through Hulu ads. Yo, and then there's me on Instagram. The first one, the music video I came across on Facebook. That's sick. Yeah, I mean, I feel like artists, we kind of have to get creative, dude. Because it's like, I don't know. Like, because if I'm not mistaken, back in the day, they would all just go on tour and stuff like that. But with like how much ticket prices are and stuff like that, and like all the scalpers and everything, it's like it's not really viable for independent artists. So a lot of us are just starting to turn to like, I don't know, how about Hulu ads? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? There's some guy that was like, why don't we try Hulu ads? Like, what else we gotta lose? You know what I mean? So yeah. But that's sick, dude. Yeah, whenever I find a new artist through like I found a lot of artists through ads. Funnily enough, I think I mentioned it, but on my Spotify Wrapped, Bo and Bubba is like a beat maker. I found them because they ran like a Spotify or an Instagram ad. And now I'm like, I'm like commenting their stuff like, yo, man, I love your stuff. You know what I mean? And actually, one of my most like random artists I found on a Instagram ad was, their name is Dan Del Negro. And they're like a guy from Hawaii. He's like a jazz musician. And I think he's like, I mean, I'm not being rude, but I think he's like late 60s. He's a really old jazz dude. And he just said during the pandemic, because he was like in like this Hawaiian jazz group, he would just like do these like Zoom shows, and then was like, why don't I just start, I don't know, running Instagram ads for my music? And now one of my favorite, like he's like one of my favorite jazz musicians, because he's just some older dude, just just on his guitar out in Hawaii. He's having the time of his life. So yeah. So like, I don't know, I'm also, as someone who runs ads, I'm also susceptible to them. But yeah. And then, so yeah, 40% of people recommend the Kaiju Club to a friend, or just like my music in general, and they're like, hey, if you like this, you should check out the Kaiju Club. So if that's you, thank you very much. I super appreciate it. And again, it like helps everything get better. Especially like if we ever want to get more plushies, like, we got to figure out a way to afford those tariffs. So, so the more people, the bigger orders I can do, so then I don't have to pay. It's not all just going to the tariff. You know what I mean? The math makes sense. Oh, I forgot to put Lane's thing in there. I always forget. Or Lane's packing slip, the little thing. So it shows you what you ordered. I mean, Lane was here, but it's still. So yeah. Are we less confused? Yeah, and that's another thing too. Even asking is, I ask people if they know the difference in the Kaiju Club between the Monster Kingdom and the Kaiju Club. Which again, I feel bad to ask because like I'm not trying to like sell you on something as you're like already helping out taking a survey, but I just wanted to like double check, like, hey, like, because last year they said, no, I didn't know there was a difference because I was just confused. I thought it was 2 different names for the same thing. So I asked again this year, and like they definitely were like, I think it was like it cut in half. Like some people still thought it was the same thing, but like most were like, no, I understand it's different now. So the rename was what's it called? Definitely worth it for the Monster Kingdom. Per the survey results. Lane says, nice as always, Pat. Love those stories that older musicians tell, because usually they have those hidden gems of advice to give you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I watched like a bunch of like Quincy Jones interviews. Like, oh man, yeah. I love watching older musicians because I don't know. They really know. I don't know. Yeah, to Lane's exact point, like they be spitting, dude. And the thing is too is like I love going to like old R&B like jazz shows and stuff, or like R&B like soul shows, because like they've just been doing it for so long that they're like so good. Like the production quality is just like amazing because of that. Because it's not even because of like anything better. It's just they've just been doing it for so long that they like, you know, they know it all, dude. They've been around the block more times than they could even remember. So yeah, you feel me, Lanes, or I feel you, Lanes. But as Skyer says, I find a lot of artists by crawling through the Bandcamp Artist Index, so I'm probably just a massive outlier as far as artist listeners go. Actually, I do think you are. Yeah, the survey results. I used to do that too, Skyer, where I used to just like in high school, like sit down like once a month and just try to like find new music and stuff. But what's it called? Yeah, I think because it like that was like still during like the blog era of music, where people were finding new music through blogs and stuff. Now that we have all these algorithms and everything, I think most people just kind of let music come to them either through like a Spotify algorithm or like, you know, streaming service algorithm, YouTube, or like an ad. So, but you're doing but I bet you get to find all the good stuff, Skyer. You're taking the time to actually like go and research and stuff. So I bet you know some like super low key stuff. It's probably super dope. James says, I know it's contradictory, but I do try to watch what I spend. I'm more inclined to straight up buy your music stuff than to subscribe or something. Yeah, no, I feel you on that, James. Yeah, no worries at all. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, that's actually, I said in the survey, like, I got some good news I was going to reveal later for you, James, actually. But yeah, no, I feel you on watching what you spent. Honestly, I'm in the same boat. I know it's like, I'm always dropping new merch and stuff, but honestly, like, for real, I'm about to start eating only chicken and rice pretty soon. Because what's it called? In February, I'm just gonna switch to a smaller apartment to save more money. So I'm in the same boat, dude. Like right now, this apartment is a 2-bedroom, but I'm just gonna move one building over to be in a 1-bedroom to save a little bit of money every month. So yeah, but that's why I asked the questions though. It's just to like get people's insight on like what's going on there, because it's helpful. And yeah, and funny enough, right as you said it, James, I was about to read the section where yeah, pretty much most people are like stoked on it, like the idea of the Monster Kingdom if you're in the Kaiju Club, but it's just like, you know, too many subscriptions, and I don't blame you, because yeah. Like, it's funny because I feel like I'm like a rotating thing where like I sign up for a subscription and I'll probably use it for a few months and then like eventually I stop. So then I'll cancel. But then just recently, I just recently subscribed to someone's like blog. Because they kind of had some like low-key articles on there that I like was looking for very specific niche things and like they talk about all the time. So I was like, yeah, I'll throw you a little bit of money for it. So, but I feel it though, there are so many subscriptions these days. So I don't blame people. You know what I mean? I'm sure I print out Lane's order, but the thing I was going to tell you that was actually really good though is I mentioned it in the update. I have like a surprise coming up, but I'm probably going to hopefully launch this at the end of the month, but if not, maybe first week of January. But part of the mission of the Monster Kingdom, I have to look it up because I want to make sure I want to say it right. It is to the upgraded Kaiju Club. The mission is to enable the creation of music, art, and community to help people fight their monsters of the past, present, and future. So essentially, like, make art that helps people, like, you know, deal with life and get through it and stuff. So it's not just the benefits. Like, I genuinely try to, like, think of how do we achieve that mission through the Monster Kingdom. And part of that is some people are already in it. And I was like, well, how about this? Because actually, low key, someone named William gave me this idea, and I've like kind of tweaked it to what I think works is the idea I have is I think I'm gonna have everyone in the Monster Kingdom, $1 of their membership essentially goes to giving one person in the Monster Kingdom or in the Kaiju Club like a month for completely free. So like the idea would be like if we have like 30 members, that's like, and the subscription costs like $10 a month, then like we would be able to give out 3 subscriptions every month to, one of the 8,000 people in the Kaiju Club once a month. So that way, even if it's like I'm not trying to subscribe right now, at least you can still experience it and like see what's in there and stuff like that through the help of like other people that are willing to and do have the resources to do so. So yeah, and since Simply Dale, I don't know if you just heard that Simply Dale, but what do you think of that? You could be honest, because there is like a little bit of like I want to try it out, but I hope no one's in the Monster Kingdom was like, bro, what? You know what I mean? Like fuck that, no, this is my money. but yeah, that's the idea. James says, I recently bought $100 for a month's worth of comics because my no spend November and I'm trying to catch up my issues. Oh yeah, I feel that. I remember you mentioned no spend November. Yeah, yeah, that's true. But that's sick though. I'm glad to hear that you're catching up on your comic issues. But that's the plan for the Kaiju Club, is essentially to allow people to like try it out and stuff. And then like, I don't know. Well, I think it's gonna be as simple as like once a month I'll be like, hey, we're doing the monthly giveaway. If you want to like get a free month, just click a link. And then since I already know your info because I sent you the email, then it would just auto enter you into like the giveaway every month. So yeah. And next, pretty much because the Monster Kingdom and Kaiju Club are a little similar, there was like some overlapping insights. Oh, let me say thank you to Lane real quick. Thank you, Lane. All right. And sick. This is your order, Lane. Thank you again, dog. I appreciate it. And Simply Adeo says, yeah, just try to get people in. That might lead them to persuade themselves to get in. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. That and like also, if, like a little bit of both. I'll be honest. Simply Hideo sees the market in it a little bit, but yeah, it's like both for the mission, but also too if like anyone is interested and they want to stay, they can always join afterwards and stuff. So yeah, and plus I don't know. I think it would just be good because like I don't know, because some people in the Monster Kingdom like dead ass for real are like, yo man, like yeah, like people have told me stories where like they, I mean, I've definitely been in interesting situations and people have told me like, yo, I only got the Monster Tape Zero CD for free, and then other than that, like I'm, working, what's it called, nonstop or something to like just make ends meet. So for someone like that, I think they'd be like super just thankful to be in it. So yeah, even just for a month at least to like check it out and be like, oh wow, I mean, I don't know, we'll see. But Elaine says, thank you as well, bro. It was her most listened to album, so I figured it'd be a nice touch for Christmas. Oh, that's so sick. You tell her I said thank you for being her most listened to album. That's so awesome. Dude, that's so sick. Hey, thank you. Gaming or Sasquatch says, I'm thinking of selling my single comics and not the paperback omnibuses. 400, whoa, that's a lot of comics, dude. That's sick though. 423 comics take up a lot of room. Yeah, dude, I bet. That's super sick though. All right, next we're working on Zelmia's order. Does anyone else have an order before I start working? Because Zelmia got a huge order, so we're gonna be doing this one for a little bit. Yeah, thank you again, James and Lane. I appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, so I mentioned in the update, I think I mentioned it too once on stream, but part of the survey questions I asked like, what are your favorite kinds of updates to get in the Monster Kingdom and the Kaiju Club? Because again, I think of it as like a gaming magazine low-key. So it's like half like my stuff and half just like, like gaming magazine would be like, like Nintendo Power was like, look at all these Nintendo games. But by the way, look at like what this cool Nintendo fan did, or like, look at this cool thing that's like near the Nintendo headquarters. You know what I mean? It was like a little bit of both. So because of that, I was like always trying to strike the right balance. But what's interesting is that like just by trying to strike that balance, eventually it became like, even when I talk about my own stuff, usually there is like some like larger story in which I'm including like a bunch of different things about the thing. So like for example, when I like made the t-shirts that I sold out of a while back, but like, you know, I wrote the entire story of like how I got them made and stuff. And I talked about like, oh, I talked to this printer or this printing press, and then they worked with this band that I really like. So therefore, and I like that band shirt. So then, you know, so I told a whole story around just the fact of these shirts. But because I was trying to strike this balance, I was always worried about doing one over the other. But the survey results, pretty much everyone was like, Doc, just talk about whatever you want. Like, you're thinking too much about it. So that was really nice because it kind of like cleared up a low-key and insecurity I had of like, oh, what if I talk about myself too much and like no one likes me or no one likes this anymore? So that helped a lot. Was just, you know, that's why, you know, I appreciate y'all, everyone who took it. But Sasquatch says, I just don't read them enough, especially if they're comics, because they're too fragile and they're from the 80s and 70s. Yeah, that's the thing about like, that's one reason I've always been afraid to collect comics, because like, or any kind of like cardboard anything or paper anything, because you know, it does get fragile. Like Pokemon cards, like the vintage Pokemon cards, like I don't know if you've seen like people open their childhood like binders and they're just like completely ruined because just like whether something got wet on it or like, you know, like even just the ring binders like really did like, you know, didn't do them good and stuff like that. So yeah. But cool, we need all 3 vinyl for Zelmia. So let's grab that, and then I'll talk about the next thing on the Kaiju Club survey. Or the Monster Kingdom Kaiju Club survey. I come up with like an abbreviation. So yeah, so pretty much next year I'll probably focus less on like, oh my god, I gotta find like the right balance of like sending all these different things. Like for example, one update I sent was kind of trying to like strike that balance was about like a super random like but really sick fan animation of Dragon Ball Z I found. Which like, you know, I did want to genuinely share, but I also wrote it because I wanted to make sure I wasn't talking too much about only Groovy Kaiju stuff. But sometimes it can backfire though, because I'll like send like that, and like if someone's not a Dragon Ball Z fan, which is like, how are you not a Dragon Ball Z fan? You know, then they're like, why are you sending me this? So, you know what I mean? So I think it'll help on that front too. All right, sick. So we signed that one. An A, sick. I feel you, James. Yep, and Skyr feels me. Sometimes the pages and the binders just straight up deteriorate to the point that pockets snap open with the slightest touch. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, collecting like cards and stuff like that has always been tough for me. Which is why I kind of like collecting more music stuff, because like, you know, some vinyl jackets get like ruined, but the vinyl itself always stayed pretty okay, unless warping. But I don't know, my music, you know what I mean? Like a CD doesn't, it's like a, I don't know, maybe because it's plastic, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. It's funny because right as I said, you know what I'm trying to say, I even said it in the email, you know what I'm trying to say? Oh yeah, so what's been nice too is that in 2025 I started doing video updates for every Kaiju Club update. Oh shit. Speaking of stuff, I almost forgot Jermaine update, dude. So here's Jermaine. Jermaine's still doing good. You know, they got their googly eyes. I don't know if they move, but yeah. Yeah, Jermaine's just been chilling. I watered them on Thursday. So yeah, they're looking healthy still. Still very green. All the leaves look the same. So yeah. Still no reaching towards the sunlight. So I think they're getting enough light, hopefully. Being trapped inside the dungeon. Let me move Kaiju Jr. over here. Nice. I'm glad that I know, I gotta get Jermaine stickers made or something, dude. But oh yeah, so we started the video updates this year, 2025. So I asked about that in the survey, and everyone said like they like the video updates, which is really nice. They've been fun to make, especially as I've been getting better at like OBS and stuff, like which is what I'm currently using to stream and everything. It's like FL Studio 2. Like, you know how I make music in FL Studio? I feel like it's like my second program at this point. James, praise be the great Jermaine, dude. Yeah, dude, we gotta do Jermaine stickers. And maybe we can make him like exclusive to stream people only or something. Yeah, I gotta hit up Michaela. I don't know if Michaela does plants though. Yeah, so Michaela, she goes by Mickey and Art. She did this album cover, for example. Like she does like almost all the like 2D album covers for Groovy Kaiju. What's it called? I gotta see if she draws plants because I've only ever asked her to do like monsters and people. But Sasquatch says I got the old comics mixing with the 90s ones I bought as a lot of comics, so a lot of everything was random boxes of comics I bought. Oh, I feel okay. Sick. Yeah, sometimes it'd be like that. You know, collecting stuff, you end up having stuff from all kinds of eras. But oh, and another thing is too is that some people mentioned in the Kaiju Club survey, or Monster King Kaiju Club, or mostly Kaiju Club people, but they mentioned that someone was like, "Yo, man, like, simply, I'll gladly get a Jermaine sticker." Yeah, dude, hell yeah. Thank you, man. But yeah, someone in the Kaiju Club mentioned like directly, like, "Yeah, man, like, you know, I was really enjoying all the email updates, and then one day they just stopped coming, and I found out like Yahoo did something weird to their inbox, so they just stopped giving me updates randomly, and they were like super bummed about it." And I was like, I thought I made you mad or something. And I was like, no, like we never even talked before. They just like for some reason assumed that, well, because I guess they assumed because Yahoo stopped showing the emails that like there was an issue. But yeah, so because of that, I think what I'll do is I'll probably make it so that like if you're in the Kaiju Club and like it's something you're open to, but it's not required, is that like I can start doing like SMS updates. So if someone was like, I don't know, maybe I'll make like my own website because I know how to write code. Let's go. Or like it'll just take your Kaiju Club email and be like, hey, sign up for SMS updates. That way, like if the emails ever do get lost in like the inbox or anything, like you can at least for the important updates still get like a text message too. So that one's a big maybe for next year just because it's like a lot to set up. But I already looked up like a little plan to how to do that. So if anyone wants to like also get it like sent to your phone, I could probably do both. So I'm excited for that because that'll be fun. And that way people don't have to miss out on anything. So yeah, and that was pretty much all the updates for the Kaiju Club. If anyone has any questions about that, feel free to ask, but I know we're just chilling for the most part. I'm just yapping. And next was I pretty much asked them like questions about the music and stuff. Which also, I kind of had a hot take about this once. But I remember one time I was talking about like making music, and I talked about how when you make music, like I forgot who asked it on stream, but I said that like when you make music, you tend to attract people that are similar to you. So then like by learning about the people who like your music, you low-key learn about yourself a little bit in some weird way. So like it is kind of like an interesting game you play when you try to make all music going for yourself, because it's like it's still kind of you in a weird way. I don't know how to describe it, but also about two more. I think it should be more normalized that it's okay to make music for people that you know already like your stuff, because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know, you support me, I should at least try my best. You know what I mean? To like give back. I don't know. Not that I'm like making only Groovy Kaiju music, like, oh, I think like people who are in the Kaiju Club that said this will like this song. It's like that's like the only reason, but like I think that's like okay to say, right? I don't know. It's like imagine like Oreo was like, nah, we're making Oreos like this now because we don't care. I think Oreo's a big corporation. You know what I'm trying to say? What's a good example? What if like Kevin Hart, you know what I mean, or something, was just like, I'm gonna tell jokes only I like going forward. It's like, what? You know what I mean? Or Cat Williams was like, I'm gonna only tell jokes about this thing. You'd be like, man, what happened? Anyways, I'm probably talking too much. So one thing I like to do every survey is ask people like what's their favorite album that I've made over the past like recent times, to see like to rank them to see like what's the winner. Yeah, Skyler, you know what I'm saying. Oreos will now only come in overly greasy French fry flavor. because our CEO really likes overly greasy French fries. Everyone would be like, what? Oh no. That would be so ridiculous. But I like to ask people like what their favorite album is of mine, as like that I've dropped recently. And every year, Monster Zero is number one, which is like, hell yeah. I'm so glad. We're working on Monster 1, dude. It's gonna be crazy. But then, surprisingly, I think last year, Groovy the Galaxy was in 4th place, but now it tied in 2nd with Destroy All Monsters. And then Radical Reptar moved to 4th, which is interesting because Radical Reptar was 2nd place last year. So I said in the email update, but Groovy the Galaxy was like, I put my whole everything into Groovy the Galaxy. Because this is like actually my 2nd time trying to do music full time. The first time was like I think 2023. But then eventually I ran out of money and I was like, I gotta go get a job again. But which isn't a bad thing. You know, that's just how life goes. And like it's honestly good rather than try to like force it to keep working. It's like, you know, take your time, pace yourself. So pretty much I made Groovy the Galaxy when I had that like year window to just be like, let me try to make the best album I can and just put everything into it. And that's why it has like that weird like storyline, like skit structure to it, because I was able to like sit down and really plan it and like try to make it all have a cohesive sound. Because like something like Radical Reptar like jumps from like jazz like something to something, whereas Groovy the Galaxy it does a similar thing, but they all sound like space songs. And that's because I was able to take the time to really nail in. So I don't know, I say all this to say that like I'm so happy Groovy the Galaxy is like starting to like win the test of time, because like I put so much into it and it did good when it first dropped, but I'm just, you know, I mean, it's my personal like pride and joy. It's like, it's my favorite child, if I could say that. You know what I mean? It's like Monster Zero is like my favorite, but like, you know, when Monster Zero goes to school, I look at Groovy the Galaxy and I'm like, actually, you're my favorite. You know what I mean? Which is like horrible, but yeah. James says Oreo flavored Oreos, renamed Oreo Loaded, is the equivalent to pie flavored pie from ASDF movie. Yeah. We've been to space. When we exploring the jungle, that'd be sick, dude. Yeah, when are we gonna explore the jungle? I don't know. I was talking to my buddy today, and he was like, "Dude, Groovy Kaiju needs a villain, dude." And I was like, "Oh, you make a good point." I think 3D Blast must have said that too, but because I was even asking him, like, "Did you tell me that already?" Someone told me that already, but I don't know. Maybe the Groovy Kaiju villain could be from the jungle. Just like, we could do like the jungle, and then you know the like in Sonic, where Sonic and Shadow are like arguing, and he's like, "You're the fake hedgehog, huh? You're not even going to be my fake," or you know that cutscene, and they cut each other off because like the Japanese to English translation. We can, you know, maybe that'll be the album cover, is like Groovy Kaiju looking at like evil Groovy Kaiju, and in the jungle. That'd be sick, dude. That'd be so sick. Oh no. I think it'd be sick. I grabbed a keychain and I think I put it back. So I'm so focused on talking. All right. Destroyer? Yeah. Destroyer would be sick. I'm thinking like, do I want it to be another kaiju, or would I want it to be like, you know, like Sonic and Shadow? That'd be kind of sick too if like, I don't know, like evil Groovy was just like Groovy Kaiju, but like what's the opposite of like green and purple? Which is also Barney colors if you think about it. And I love Barney growing up. That wasn't like intentional, but now that I think about it, I'm like, oh wait, this is just Barney color. So what would like evil Barney look like? And then there you go. Or like what would like if Barney was Sonic, what would Barney's shadow look like? And then Kong would be good too. So you can go along with Godzilla Kong rivalry. Yeah, my dad was a big fan of King Kong. So it'd be like a shout out to him too. I don't know. I'm gonna think about this. Because Destroy, like another kaiju, Kong would be sick. And then like Destroy All Monsters technically has a Mechagodzilla, so that technically could be it too, just like make robot Groovy, but I don't know. Skyer says just Barney with a mohawk. Yeah. That'd be kind of sick. Yeah, and what like, and that's the thing too, is that like Barney Shadow, yeah. I bet you like a Sasquatch. I mean, we'll go back to the survey results real quick, but what do y'all think? Like, what's the opposite of groovy? Because I don't know, in my head, Groovy Kaiju is like the parts of me when I like was skating in high school that was just like pure like happiness, fun, nostalgia, like, you know what I mean? Just like hanging out with my friends all day long, skating, just bullshitting, drinking $1 sweet teas from McDonald's, like all that energy like put into a character, like a kaiju character of me, you know what I mean? So that's where all that energy comes from. So I'm like, what's the opposite of that? Because, you know, like Shadow was like, Sonic was like, I'm Sonic, I'm so cool and like happy and stuff. And then Shadow was like, I'm edgy. Like, is the opposite of groovy edgy? Or would it be like, I don't know what it would be. James says red and yellow would be the opposite of green and purple according to the color wheel, so it'd have to be a color scheme of Winnie the Pooh. Oh, Winnie the Pooh Kong would be kind of crazy. Like, you know, Golden Donkey Kong from Smash? That'd be kind of sick. Roses, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good day. How's your Sunday going? Yeah, Roses, we're talking about what would evil Groovy Kaiju look like. Because, you know, we talked about with 3D Blast, but now I'm thinking, like, if I were to do another, because I had a friend today, Roses, tell me that, like, a Groovy Kaiju needs a villain. And I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, there is no villains in the Groovy Kaiju universe, so, like, what would the villain be? So far we're thinking, like, Sonic and Shadow. And oh, okay, Roses, I'm glad to hear that you were thinking about it. Yeah. Yeah, essentially Groovy to me is just like nostalgia I have for like being a kid, plus all of like the non-stop just fun energy from being like skateboarding when I was like 14 to 16. Well, I guess like 13 to 16, but still. So it's like my love for internet and I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, like for example, when I was skating a bunch, we had a thing called like Palm Sundays, and it was like a school that was like kind of literally built like a skate park for like literally they built it like a skate park for no reason. The school, and like every Sunday we would go and skate there, and like I would just like, you know, just hang out there all day with my friend, like literally from like noon to like 7 p.m. We would just be there all day and just like hang out and have a good time, and just that energy of just like, I don't care about anything other than just being here right now. You know what I mean? That pure optimism and fun of like nothing can ruin this moment. So yeah, if I try to put, I feel like Groovy would be that anyways. I've been doing good, and a villain would be fun to put together. Okay, I'm glad to hear you're doing good. But yeah, we'll think of a good villain. We'll come up with one. But yeah, but I don't know. When we get there, I'll let y'all know. Because I think I'm still stuck on the idea of doing a Legends of the Empire, which is if Groovy Kaiju had to go into an MMO to like do a concert or something. But again, I'm kind of like 50-50 on it because I want to make, I feel like as things get more AI and internet, I kind of do think there's going to be a push back to like being authentic. So I think trying to make an album where it's like Groovy goes into the more internet stuff is like, you know what I mean? I don't know. But it kind of is the identity of Groovy, so I don't know. We'll see. James says your vote's either Kong or Ghidorah. All right, sick. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I mean, I watch all the VODs, so I'll probably actually go through here and take all y'all's feedback and like just at least write it down to be like, this is what y'all think. Yeah, we got Destroya, Barney with a mohawk, and then we got Kong. So we'll see, yeah. And then you said red and yellow Kong. Hey, and Rose is like Kong too. All right, cool. Sick. But yeah, maybe at some point we'll have Evil Groovy, just throwing it out there. I'll give Zelmia a little extra something too, because she like bought everything, or they brought everything, I don't know. Zelmia could be a man's or a they them's name. So we signed that. We signed that, did that, and we did that. But I'll give them some extra stickers. Oh, James, that's genius. So James says, going off of the corporate AI side, it could be a Mecha Groovy thing trying to take over Groovy's role. That would be sick. That would be so cool, James. Yeah, because okay, that fits in perfect. Because I'm doing the whole Legends of the Empire thing. So what if someone's like a fake, you know, because all the Sonic, then it all blends together. Because Shadow was like a fake Sonic. So what if, and Legends of the Empire, Groovy has to go to the MMO to stop the fake Groovy from trying to take his stuff. You know what I mean? So he has to go into the digital world to stop the AI from taking over and trying to like, oh my God, James, you're a genius. All right, James. Exactly, yeah. James is having to be a battle for individuality and creativity versus the mechanical. Oh, that's perfect, dude. Because honestly, I was like really like, for Legends of the Empire, I low-key have like some of the ideas, like, you know, probably about half of the album is ideated out, with including like the songs and stuff, but I haven't like found the right angle for it. Oh, I'm glad we all like it. Oh, thank you, James. Yeah, Sky Rose is sick. Cause yeah. So it's like you have to defeat the AI on its own turf. Just, oh, that's so perfect. So perfect, James. Thank you. For real, thank you. I'll have to give you a shout out. A special thanks. I mean, I'm gonna shout out everybody, low-key, because y'all are here for the whole thing. Evil Jermaine, dude! Sasquatch! Hell yeah. Evil Jermaine. Have all like, you know, like in the Matrix, where like all the different, what's it called? All the different like agents are just like Jermaine. They just like spawn infinitely. Oh, dude, that's such a good idea. Oh, thank you so much, James. Honestly, I'm like getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Cause yeah, that was my only like reservation about the whole Legends of the Empire idea, was just like, I don't want to do something that's more internet. Like I think I don't know, which is kind of, yeah, I was caught in this crossroads. I already said it, but you know, I was caught in this crossroads because of that. But like, you know, I think that's perfect. It's like, how dare you make this, you know, be fake Groovy in this video game? Because you know, you can't replace the real thing or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'll think of a cool but also somewhat cheesy line that Groovy says or something. And it also makes sense too, because we were talking about it earlier, James, but like the time when the guy stole my song, it could be like that. It would also be like a callback to that too. So then I can like, you know, oh, dude, this idea is so good. Thank you, James. All right. I'm cheesing. I'm so high. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. You're just watching me go like, just. This is me creatively. When I'm at home and I have a good idea, I'm just like, Logan says, I just found a gold mine of profile pictures of me and my dad's Facebook because PFP is using me Logic when I was like 1. What's PFP? Is it profile picture? Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. It is. Because your current profile picture is using Logic when you were 1. That's sick. Dude, you've been making music since you were 1 year old? That's cool. Let's think you found a gold mine though, dude. Mellow music. But yeah, anyways, back to these survey results. I'm so hyped to write this down later. Oh yeah, we talked about it once on stream, but yeah, a lot of people said they haven't listened to the Ichi Mafia album yet. Yeah, exactly. Rosa says, I imagine fake Groovy would look like a bootleg, then slowly reveal itself as what was just said. And James says Mecha Groovy should have a red and yellow color scheme like Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, isn't there like a red and yellow robot? Which one's red and yellow? I don't know, but yeah, red and yellow could totally work as the color scheme still, because that would be hella sick. And also too, I kind of like the idea of red and yellow, James, because it's kind of like McDonald's colors, which I think of like red and yellow reminds me of like clowns. So it's like, look at this clown trying to be the real Groovy, you know? So it's kind of like there's a little bit of that element to it, at least. So it kind of like, I don't know. So it's like all these AI guys are clowns. You know what I mean? It's like a subtle diss. Oh, Korean dude, we're two great minds think alike, dude. Thank you. I'll take another sip. But yeah, roses. Yeah, I'm gonna when I rewatch this, I'm definitely gonna be like, write that. You know the one SpongeBob meme was like, write that down, write that down. Like, I'm gonna like, I have like a whole like essentially like Google Doc of like idea for a legend, so I'm gonna just write it all down. So I got you. Oh yeah, Lane, that's a good one too. Lane says you could definitely go the Metal Salic route where evil Groovy is just only a pawn and an even greater evil plan. Yeah, dude. Oh, so then if you make Legends of the Empire 2, there you go. That's the, yeah, all right, yeah. Yep, and James likes the red and yellow McDonald's kind of like comparison because McDonald's is a massive corporation, so it's still feeding into all like the corporate anti-AI stuff. So yeah, exactly. See, look at us, dude. Look at us. Anthony Fantana's going to come back and watch the stream, watch the VOD to understand the album. Okay, so I think we got Zelmia's everything. I think we got her, or there. Keychain, stickers, vinyls, and yeah. All right, let me let Zelmia a note, and we're good to go. And then we'll keep talking about the survey results. Appreciate the support. Hope you. Oh. Excuse me. Sasquatch, is mayonnaise an instrument? Yeah, old SpongeBob is kind of underrated. I mean, it's like very popular, but even then, it's still underrated. It was way too good. To enjoy the extra, thank you goodies. Ding, ding. All right, cool. Yeah, we wrote Zelmia a note to be nice, but hey, Zelmia, I like writing notes. But cool. So yeah, mentioned it already. People did listen to. Not everyone listened to the Ichi Mafia album. I mean, people definitely listened to it, but not everyone in the Kaiju Club did. Which I mentioned is exciting more than I am like, meh, because it means that like, you know, Ichi Mafia still has a lot of life in it. So that album, I'll probably try to do more like visual like versions of it, because we had the super sick visual album with ArtWire that we did. But I'll probably try to like, I don't know, maybe try to like mix Ichi with some groovy stuff and try to do. I want to like, I don't know, hopefully 2026. We find time. I want to do like a lot of like YouTube mixes and stuff. So I tried doing that before and it never quite worked out. But I'm gonna give it another shot. Or maybe I'll like, because my catalog's a lot bigger now, so maybe we can mix Ichi stuff with groovy stuff, and maybe it'll all sound good in like a mix. So that way we can start uploading those to the, like this YouTube channel as well if you're watching on YouTube. So it's just like, fun ways to like, listen to the music. Maybe include some friends and stuff to keep them fresh. But yeah, that way people in the Kaiju Club have a chance to like listen to Ichi songs, even if they didn't really like listen to the whole thing and sit down with it, if that makes sense. Need a vinyl mailer. That's what I'm looking for. Da-da. Okay. So I mentioned that, and then what else do we do? Oh yeah, so this is kind of silly, but oh dude, that's Atlas says, I forgot I put Monster Tape 0 into GTA, so now I just heard Final Boss theme on the radio. That must be a lot of fun, because the song is so super fast and stuff, so I bet like running from police in GTA or something probably sounds crazy to that song. But that's sick, dude. I didn't know you could put music into GTA. I'll be honest, I haven't played GTA in a while, so maybe that's on me, but still, like, that's sick, dude. Thanks for letting us know. I think we should do, let me put the bubble wrap around this, and I'll figure it out from there. James is still stoked with this idea, hell yeah. But James says they're rushing to throw away boxes, but the music style of Mecha Groovy could be that of copying and heavy sampling others' work, like how actual AI does it. Oh yeah. Yeah, we definitely could. If anything, in like the skit or something, maybe I'll, you know, use like a free plan of AI or something and like be like, generate me a Groovy Kaiju song. And then like maybe in the skit, like Groovy like pulls out the plug and goes like, get this off the radio. I don't know, you know what I mean? So that way like there's like a very obvious reference to it being AI or something. But also too, kind of like what I noticed about AI where they mess up is that the high end always sounds like really creepy. So I bet I could, even without using AI myself, I bet I could still make it sound AI by just like, I don't know. Just the way they like, I don't know, just like the MP3 quality they use the output, it just sounds weird. Like if you like listen with headphones, like you can kind of hear it, like something's off. So I don't know, I can try my best to, yeah. So maybe I'll get like a Groovy Kaiju song and just make it sound like it was made with AI. Like, which is kind of weird because it's like trying to be kind of goofy because I'm trying to make my own AI of my own song. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? That'd be kind of funny. It would make sense for the story. Oh yeah, James makes a good point. I could always use the vocals I have for my past songs, like chop it and rearrange it to different phrases. Oh yeah, I could do that. Like Digital Queen, I did the vocals for, so I could definitely like, you know, or Digital Queen, Goodbye Earth, all those songs I did the vocals for myself. Well, Goodbye Earth with Astro Black. Can't Help It, I did the vocals for, so yeah, I could totally like chop those up to make them sound kind of different, to make me say different things. Sick, thank you, James. All right, everyone. This is where I reveal, actually, James has been Groovy Kaiju this entire time. I'm just packing the orders for him. I'm kidding. No, but for real, thanks for the help, dude. I'm really liking this idea. No, I mean, we're all stoked on it, so yeah. Thank you, everyone, for coming together. Yeah, I really was stumped on Legends of the Empire. I was like, how am I gonna make this work? Like, thematically. Because beginning of Brood of the Galaxy and stuff, that very much was just like dumping what I was going through, but in the context of like being a space album. Whereas this, I kind of, you know what I mean? Like, Still Groovy kind of like was more like hiatus return. Yeah, I don't know. Making albums is fun, dude. I love music. Yeah, I was mentioning I was working on the holiday gift earlier. I was telling my buddy when I was at the gym too, like, dude, I love music. Yeah, I know. I mean, obviously we all do here, but I was like working on stuff and I was like, dude, I just love this so much. Like I love the music making. I love the this, hanging out together and packing merch and talking about cool music ideas of what was evil Groovy, evil mecha red and yellow Groovy would look like. And yeah, I don't know. I'm super thankful. I like getting emotional because everyone's trying to support at the same, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's crazy. But yeah, for the survey results, one other thing too I've been like low-key doing is asking folks like what their favorite Groovy Kaiju song is, just to like, you know, figure out like, you know, people say they like VTech more. How about we try to make more songs that sound like VTech? Because I feel like the way I categorize songs in my head is that like, I kind of make 3 different kinds of songs for Groovy. Like there's either the super soulful future funk songs, Do It Jiggle Groovy. I'm sorry, I was like, Octopus was too funny. What's up, Octopus, dude? Thank you for coming by, Octopus. Do It Jiggle? I guess a little bit. I don't know. So I'm going to the gym. So I started working on my glutes today, actually, because I have like sciatica. So I pretty much have like a weird back thing where like my leg muscles will like pinch the back nerve, because like pretty much like your whole hips, like your nervous system, it kind of gets kind of goofy around your hips, where like it pretty much is like a bunch of coiled up cables. You know, like when you like leave your headphones out and the cables get all kind of like goofy and like you have to untangle them. That's how your nervous system is in your hips. So it's like very easy for your hips to like pinch those nerves, and that's how you get sciatica. So because of that, I gotta start working on my glutes. So maybe at some point it might jiggle, to answer your question honestly. But as of right now, it don't jiggle that much. James says, I can still see a jungle / theme setting too, with the mechanizing of the jungle, like in Sonic CD, where the bad future has the environment, so looks so mechanical and polluted. Yeah, no, I agree. I 100% agree. Yeah, so like the whole like thing with Legend of the Empire too, I was thinking is that it would be like an MMO world. So like, you know, like I have a song called I forgot what it's called, but I think it's like Maidens at the Club, and it sounds like a fantasy, like, you know, like yo ho, the pirate's life. It sounds like that a little bit, but it like also sounds like a Kei Tsunade song in a weird way. So I wanted like Legend of the Empire to have different sections, so we can totally have a jungle section, and maybe I'll throw like a drum and bass song in there or something as like a joke. Or maybe I'll have like Navi just do like a one song on there, because like we make like the Ichi Mafia is technically like drum and bass jungle, so it could also be like a shout out, and then I'll add some like congas or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know, you know, dude. Planning albums is hella fun. Yeah, I want Legends of the Empire to be like grooving to the galaxy quality, if that makes sense. In terms of like, I'll probably still release singles and stuff, but I want it to be like, you know, maybe not as many skits, because I feel like Grooving the Galaxy had too many skits. So I essentially was doing like the programmer move of like divide and conquer, or not divide and conquer, but I forgot what it's called. So Hideo, you were in CS 101 at some point, but you know the idea of like, you know, you just cut in half until you find what your search, like whatever that the search algorithm is called, where you cut in half. Because every Groovy Kaiju album I had like one skit, people said they like them. So I was like, how about we have a bunch of skits? And then it was too many, so now we're gonna do probably half as many skits in Groovy the Galaxy for Legends of the Empire. So I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. All my CS 101 people. Yeah. Yeah, I had to release Monster Tape 1. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you're enjoying hearing about this, Roses. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I want Legends of the Empire to be like that. We have to do Monster Tape 1 first, which I'm currently working through all the songs for. So Legend of the Empire maybe won't be ready till like, I know it's crazy, but like 2027. You know what I mean? Which is crazy to like be thinking that far ahead, but you know what I mean? But yeah. But I mean, I like to think of these things now because like, you know, then we have like all these streams between now and then to like really nail down the idea. Oh, Matrix is a good idea too. Is this everything? Yes, it is. James says your description made me think of the Matrix. Yeah, low-key, as we've been talking about this too, I've also been thinking kind of Matrix-y. Oh yeah, so Groovy, your description made me Matrix. So we have Groovy stuff in a fantasy simulation. Everyone totally realizes it's not reality. It wakes and save the world. Kind of getting a Matrix Sonic City feeling for this. I like that too. Yeah, so like what I was thinking is that like Groovy would have to like go into like the digital world, like Digimon style for Legends of the Empire. But also like already being in there would also be like an interesting like plot twist too. I have to watch some book like good, like how to do good story writing or something, like some YouTube videos, see which would be better. I'll probably make it do like the hero's journey too, like, you know, like kind of like Star Wars, where it's like, oh, you know, meets a mentor who helps. I don't know. You ever heard of the hero's journey? It's like a story writing technique. But Rosa says, would the skits be a little longer to make up for the lack of them? It sounds like a lot of details to include. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Because one thing I try to do is I try to tell us like, I essentially, the reason why I started doing the skits, because I feel like as someone who makes beats, it's hard to like, you know, if you do like your like own lyrics, like you can tell the story through the lyrics. But for someone like me, unless I like actually do lyrics, like, you know, Can't Help It or something like that, I can't tell the story of the album without it. So I started doing the skits in order to like essentially stop gap where I couldn't tell the story through the song titles and the music itself. So I don't know if I feel like skits will probably be longer, but I feel like if there's like a reason to make the skit shorter, because it's like maybe like the song, like, you know, I just mentioned the whole song idea of like, you know, a pirate shanty, but it's kind of funny. I don't know if I'll actually include that song because, you know, I'll have to like actually work on it to see if it actually makes sense to include. But you know, that idea pretty much. If like, you know, maybe like the skit is just like, oh, we're gonna like, you know, let me show you around the world or something, and then like each song is like a distinct section of the world, then I feel like the song itself kind of told that side of the story. So I don't know. I think, but I guess to answer your question, Roses, I think the skits will be as long as I think they need to be to tell the parts of the story where the music can't do it. If that makes sense. So yeah. And yeah, Roses, I know it's a work in progress. I'm glad that we're all invested into like figuring this out though. Thank you for asking, Roses. But yeah, there's a ton of directions it could go. And James says, I took a Myths and Video Games class in college and Hero's Journey was a big chunk of our lessons. Yeah, exactly. Because there hasn't been like I've never written like a Hero's Journey story before, but like it's something I've wanted to do for a while. So I kind of wanted to make Legends of the Empire that. Oh, this actually needs to go like this. And Rosa says, that makes sense. Okay, cool. I'm glad you feel me on that. Yeah, it's kind of like the only downside of being an instrumental or mostly instrumental musician is you know, the storytelling's a lot harder. But I'm glad though it does work out because of like the Kaiju Club and stuff like that, so I can still tell the stories for like people that want to know it. So like I'm very, yeah, I think being an instrumental musician is like the way to go in my opinion personally. But I'm also biased. You know what I mean? But yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that y'all are really stoked on Legends of the Empire because yeah, it's been in my head for a while. And I'm like, there has to be a way to make this work, and then there is. But let me talk about more survey results before I forget. Oh yeah, so I divide my music, like when I make Groovy Kaiju music, I think of it in like 3 different ways. Is like super soulful future funk, so like, you know, just your not stereotypical, oh my god, that's a horrible thing to say, but that's not that bad. But like, you know, like your city pop flips, you know, like, you know, Windy Summer remixes and stuff like that, or like Tatsudo Yamashita remixes, or even like George Benson flips, which if I may, I was the first person to sample George Benson because I used to get his records at Amoeba, and then George Benson became like a staple future funk person to be sampled, and I was like, hey, I started that one. But what's it called? And then I'll organize it into like G future funk, I call it, but it's not an actual genre, but just the way I think about it is like, you know, like gangsta future funk, for lack of better words. I think I said this once, but like it's like, you know, Never Ending Dandy and V-Tech. Like they're a little bit slower, but like, you know, they still have that future funk feel. But they're like low key more hip hoppy than they are like dance. And then like jazz dance stuff. So like that's like Final Boss Theme. You know, this is a good example. Final Boss Theme, Outer Space Date, those kinds of songs. But this year it seemed like people voted for each 3 of the categories I think of in my head equally. So that's really nice because I was trying to think like maybe I should go more like G future funk only. Not like stop making the music I want to make, but like, you know, like, okay, well, you know, try to spend more time working on stuff like this. But I like all 3 of them equally. You know what I'm trying to say? But you know, it seems like I found like the perfect, or we like this perfect blend of all 3 on the albums and stuff. So yeah. Let me catch up. Rosa says that makes sense. Rosa says if the pirate idea can't fit in, it'd be so fun to see its own thing. That applies to some other stuff that was said. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the pirate thing. Yeah, I know I said pirate, but I mean it doesn't make a difference. But I guess I might as well clarify. Like the song, the work in progress sign title I have is "Maidens at the Club." So you know, like old, like I don't know what's a good like Renaissance fair type. Like the song sounds like you could play it at a Renaissance fair, you'd go crazy. You know what I mean? But it's just like a drum beat and like, you know, just like the sample essentially. But that being said, yeah, it would still apply for the other stuff that was said. So I don't know, maybe maybe we'll have like a bonus edition or something. But yeah, sometimes I start a song and like, you know, you get halfway through and you're like, actually this kind of sucks. Like well, moved by James. No, I might as well finish what I'm saying. Like for example, so I started working on the holiday tape. I think I mentioned it. And one of the songs I made was you know, Emperor's New Groove in the beginning of the movie, where he's like, what's his name? Cusco. Da, 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 da. So I got that and I turned it into a feature funk song. And I'll be honest, after spending like a good amount of time working on it, I listened to it again this morning and I was like, this shit is so goofy. like I'm still gonna release it and put it on there because I mostly made it as like a fun like joke to start off like the holiday album. Because the holiday albums, like holiday EPs essentially I make, I try to, you know, that's more just for like us, like you, everyone in the Kaiju Club, so like Roses, James, like all of us to just enjoy it and be like, hey, you know, happy holidays. So I can be a little bit more silly on it without having to be like, oh, like what if this person here, you know what I mean? Not that I ever think that, you know what I'm trying to say though. So I can just take it less serious. But Maidens of the Club might be like that, where I started, I get halfway through, and then I'm like, wait a minute. This is a little too silly. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, James. What's his name? Groovy. I couldn't get it to say Groovy. It still says Cusco, but what I did is that when it says Cusco, I put the Godzilla roar. So, you know, kind of like, still, you know, people would get the reference. And like my favorite part is that in the lyrics, it's like, oh, like he's the grooviest guy in all of Mesoamerican history or something like that. And living in LA, technically that used to be part of like, I don't know, maybe I'm off, so my bad if this is completely wrong historically, but you know, LA used to be part of Mexico. So, you know, because I grew up in LA, it's kind of like, haha, I'm the grooviest guy in Mesoamerican history because I grew up in LA. But James says, let me get back to what you just said, James. I recommend listening to Japanese and US soundtracks Sonic CD. I know I keep referencing to it, but I believe it's relevant. Each zone has different music depending on the time period you're in. Okay, sick. Yeah, I'll check it out. The hell reminds me of Turtles in Time too, low-key. Because Turtles in Time was similar, where like each time era had like its own soundtrack. And Skyrim Maidenless at the club, dude, yeah. I feel that. I've been maidenless at the club myself. No worries, dog. Rosa says, that's still fun, no shame in being goofy now and then. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I'm still gonna release it just for like the joke of it. But the thing the only reason why I was like hesitated is because last holiday gift, someone told me they got the email as they were driving like on a road trip to go see their family with like all their friends and stuff, or like their brothers. And they were like, yeah, dude, we just listened to it on loop the entire way there. So I'm like afraid if someone gets the email and they're like, oh shit, another holiday gift, let's play it for like, you know, the car. And the first song is like a Emperor's New Groove remix, and everyone in the car's like, what is this? You know what I mean? But the rest can be sick. I made but I'm not, that's not gonna stop me, because like it's only like a minute. Like I'm pretty much gonna call it like intro, like Emperor's New Groove, whatever, and then it'll be the actual holiday tape afterwards. I'm working on like a really, really, really sick Fly Like an Eagle like feature funk clip right now. Technically it's a remix of a remix, but it already sounds ridiculous. So I'm stoked. I'll be dropping that, you know, for everyone in the Kaiju Club in like a couple weeks. Sky got hit with a curveball sometimes. You know what's up, yeah. Yeah, plus I feel like the holiday tapes have been like low-key some of the most creative music I've made. Because like the one year I did like a Linkin Park remix, and like to this day I'm like, I don't know what genre this is. Like I haven't heard anything like it, but everyone I've shown it to was like, yo, this is crazy sick. So I get to really like be just super goofy creative for the holiday tapes, which I appreciate. I'll make a kaiju out of you. Yeah. Just do a whole like Disney flip album. All right, we are printing out the label for Zelmia, and put everything in there. Yeah, we did. Shouts out to Zelmia. But I'm glad y'all are hyped on the Emperor's New Groove remix. I'm probably gonna do a little bit more changes because I put too much sub bass in it. So when I listen on these headphones, it's just like all bass. And because there's so much bass, like the lyrics don't come through as clear. I don't know. I got some little mixing things to do, but pretty much, yo, Yo, Asuka followed. I'm sorry. I usually try not to call it the followers, but yo, Asuka, I appreciate you, dog. I know you're not in the chat. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have called you out. I just got too excited. Pretty much, everyone else in chat, one of my like favorite beat makers just followed on Twitch, so I was like, what's it called? What was I doing? Oh yeah, I'm printing. I gotta weigh this package. But what's this? We were talking about Emperor's New Groove. Oh yeah, so pretty much yesterday, all I did was work on holiday gift stuff, and I made the Emperor's New Groove song as like the intro, and I think I'm gonna make the outro. I called it Basketball. I don't even seen the like. It's pretty much a. Do y'all remember on TikTok the LeBron James meme where like I don't know, it was just me for a cool minute like this year. I was getting just LeBron James memes nonstop on my Instagram. I'm not like a big basketball fan, but I was just for some reason getting them like nonstop. So there's like this really good like R&B song someone made where it's just like LeBron James. So I took that and I sped it up, and now it's what's it called? And I sped it up, and now it's a drum and bass song. So that'll be the last song on the holiday tape, and then everything in between is gonna be like really sick, normal future funk you'd expect me to hear. But so pretty much I made 2 silly songs, and then the rest is like actual music. Hey, oh, dude, have fun watching My Hero Academia, Sasquatch. I hope you enjoy it. Hope it's really good. You're having a good time watching it. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. It's always good to stopping by, dude. It's always good to see you. James says it's gonna be mixing sick tilfs. So I thought about it, James. I think I am gonna call it Yam Jams too, but I have tilfs. So I have like I don't know how to describe it, but I learned this from Ryan Trahan, the YouTuber. Funny enough, but I have like a thing called Ideas Bin. It's like a whole Google Doc in which I just throw all my ideas in there, and then every year I go through and like sort them. So I put tilfs in my Ideas Bin. So I might save it for something else. So, but yeah, thank you for the suggestion there too, James. Y'all, you got a hella good idea. James, you gotta start your own. You gotta start doing some art, man. You got lots of good ideas. By the way, just throwing it out there. No one's ever told you before, but yeah. And FOA Lord, dude, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. My bad. I paused to be like, wait, how, Debo on air? I'm trying to think. But dude, thanks for stopping by. And Roses and Sasquatch are super stoked on My Hero Academia. And FOA Lord's getting caught up on My Hero Academia. I only watched season 1. But yo, Asuka, dude, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good day, dog. I saw your, what's it called? Your AMA. And honestly, I was trying to think what to ask you, and I just couldn't. Like on your Instagram story. But dude, thanks for stopping by, man. It means a lot. Hope you're having a good day. Debo on air like smooth? What's... I mean, it is smooth. Is it Debo on air? Is it Devon air? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Oh, I didn't even order the thing yet. Oh yeah, but we're talking about the survey stuff. I'm sorry, I keep running around. But yeah, I said pretty much I'm gonna make all 3 versions or categories of my music, I think, going forward. Like they all won equally, so. Debonair. Debonair. Cool. Sick, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for stopping by, Debonair. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day. How's your Sunday going, dude? Whoa! The holiday pricing for stuff is super expensive. I just checked the shipping price for Zelmia's package. I'm like, oh, what? That's fine. Whoa! Do that a lot in high school. We'd just be like, whoa! All right, perfect. But yeah, so we're talking about that. Next is, people said, here's what they use to listen to their music or listen to Groovy Kaiju music in order. Number 1 was Spotify, and then number 2 was physical formats and downloads, which low-key is kind of understated. Remember like last year, all streaming services combined was equal to people just listening to Groovy Kaiju stuff on like CDs and vinyls and stuff like that, and like downloads. So like, I know a lot of people like push all their music people to like just what's it called? just Spotify. But dude, like most people, like it's a pretty 50-50 split for me in terms of people just listening on like their CDs and stuff. So like, I don't know, I think it's kind of slept on because you can't really, you can't see the numbers behind it all. But like, dude, yeah, don't sleep on people collect and listen to your music on like tapes and stuff like that, because that's a thing. And Asuka, you should consider doing some jazzy tunes. Hey, dude, that's what's up. Yeah, I saw your on your AMA. I was talking about it earlier that you said you feel like you're a jazz artist. Dude, I'm in the same boat, and I agree with you. I definitely see your stuff as like jazz too. Like it's definitely like hip hop, like low end theory style hip hop, but like there's some stuff in that I'm like, this is like a jazz song. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel you on the jazz stuff because I feel very similar. Where I feel like my stuff's all over the place. I'm like, oh, I'm a jazz artist. I don't know. Even though I'm future funk and stuff, like I'm a jazz artist. And Odd Person says, hell yeah, CDs are definitely underrated. Yeah, dude, exactly. Like a lot of people just bumping them in their car, dude, and like you don't really know. I think that's like a big thing. That's why country started charting on Billboard. I know that was like a big like controversy because, or not controversy, but it was like a hip hop was always number one, and then country came out of nowhere and kind of like caught up and became the number one genre in the US. And if I'm not mistaken, it's because a lot of older people, they're the big listeners of country, and they were still all listening to like on CDs and like their vinyl and stuff like that. So as that like, eventually all the old people got Spotify, then they could track how much old people were listening, and it was like way higher than they even thought. So yeah, so people sleep on how much people actually enjoy listening to physical music. So I just throw that out there. And Asuka, advice for pushing physical releases. I see you killing it. Hey, thanks man, I appreciate it. Yeah, pretty much this stream, I told everyone who's in like my Kaiju, like, various fan clubs and stuff to like stop by if they want to ask questions about a survey we recently did. So I'm just sharing the results, and if anyone has questions, I usually just like answer them real quick. So yeah, so what we're doing, we're just hanging out. But James is heading out, dude. I hope you enjoy getting home. I hope you have a good night and stuff. And yeah, dude, feel free to finish the VOD whenever you can. I'll catch you around, dude. James, it's always good to see you. And sick. And thanks for emailing me the link to the Sonic CD soundtrack. I'll check it out. Yeah. I'll probably listen to it probably tomorrow while I'm like doing all my accounting and stuff. So yeah. And Rosa says, I wish there was a platform like Spotify that benefits artists. I'm a part of a family plan, so I've always been using that. Yeah, I'm on a family plan too. Well, I mean, I pay for a family plan, both because I have like multiple Spotify accounts because of music stuff. But I have like, funnily enough, they were here earlier, Slow Integra is on my Spotify family plan. And I have a buddy of mine that I skate with, they're on my family plan. So yeah. Yeah, the thing about Spotify too, yeah, is I do wish they supported artists more, but the way Spotify also, they're kind of going to catch-22 because, like the way Spotify pays out isn't like per stream. It's like they just take the big pot of money they make and they just give 70% to everyone. So really like the only way, and like they do some funny tricks to get more out of artists. So that's like a whole thing. That's why Spotify isn't like, Spotify definitely has a lot of things they can do to be better. But at the same time, like the general like business plan, is kind of like flawed from the beginning. So it's not like necessarily it is their fault, but at the same time it's not. It's very nuanced how the Spotify dislike. I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to like, avoid anything. Like, I don't know. The math behind it like kind of checks out and how much they're paying and stuff, sadly. But the hot take is that they should just raise their prices. Because that would then everyone would benefit from that. But at the same time, though, and that's where it gets like kind of goofy, is that as much as people are like, no, how dare Spotify not pay their artists, but then when Spotify raises their prices, everyone's like, ooh, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? So it's like kind of like the business plan is kind of flawed. Not that I'm saying anyone's wrong. It's just like the business plan doesn't really work from the beginning. Like it was just like kind of not a good idea from day one. But I guess it's better than, I don't know, pirating. But you know what I'm trying to say. But that being said, I don't know. Actually, let me answer. I got a whole rant I'm about to give you, Roses. It's gonna be great. But Rabbit says, have you ever used the Knockout 2 from Teenage Engineering? I've used the Knockout 1, the PO Knockout. I've never tried the Knockout 2. I really want to, but it looks super sick. It looks like an NPC, right? And it's super dope. But I've never had one to try myself ever. And the only reason why is because I would love to use something like that, but I really care a lot about like mixing and mastering. And the only way you can really do that, like a really good level, is like using FL or a DAW or something. So yeah. But if you're someone that's just like trying to like punch out ideas and you don't mind mixing and mastering somewhere else, or you're not even really tripping about mixing and mastering, you're just trying to like make fun little beats, then I say the Knockout 2 looks super sick. And I haven't used it personally, but if it's anything like the Knockout 1, which I have used, I would say, dude, go for it. But, so I was gonna tell Roses real quick about Spotify supporting artists. I 100% agree. And I used to be a part of like this, not like part, but I used to pay, speaking of like paying for like blogs, one of the blogs I used to like subscribe to was called Water and Music when it was still paid. And essentially it was like a music data blog. And essentially they were like a bunch of data scientists that just worked with companies, like music tech companies, but also like major labels to like help them kind of figure out all the, what's it called? They would pretty much do all the data stuff for them. And I guess real quick, Simply Hideo says, gotta get off early tonight. I'll try and watch from this point to you. I'll see you on the next one. Dude, catch you around, Simply Hideo. I know it's getting late on your side, on your side on the US, but dude, thanks for stopping by. It's always good to see you, dog. I appreciate it. But yeah, have a good night, dude. And Rosa says, if raising prices means it would benefit artists if support, or if it's just putting off how infamous other sites are about it, I would support it. I mean, yeah, that's the thing, is that like it is partly like raising prices, but to be fair, that's why I'm like Spotify isn't clean, because like there's a lot of like money laundering and stuff going through Spotify, a lot of like bot activity that's like really bad, but they don't know how to figure it out. So it's like part of the problem is they should probably raise prices, but also at the same time, Spotify should also like really crack down on like stopping stuff like that, like stopping bots. And come on, if they actually cared about paying artists, they would like maybe slow down all the AI stuff. You know what I mean? Which they, at first they were pro AI, and now they're kind of like starting to change their tune. So like, as much as I know I said raising prices, like technically that's like the immediate solution, but like, is it the right long-term one? I guess that was maybe what I was trying to say too, is that like, I think the business plan is kind of flawed from day one, that like raising prices would help, but like there's so many other things that would have to be fixed around it to like really make a difference in my opinion. But anyways, so I was mentioning the whole Water and Music blog thing, because to your point, Roses, is if I'm not mistaken, if they're correct and they aren't just like talking a bunch of stuff, I think a lot of major labels, what they're trying to do is, rather than like, again, raise prices, or like the big thing is Spotify was trying to get more people to listen on Spotify, period. So to like grow Spotify globally, they're kind of like, hey, look, everyone's going to use Spotify is using Spotify. There's like no more people that can use Spotify. So at this point, they're like, hey, look, there's a bunch of music fans out there that do want to support their artists more, or their favorite artists more and stuff like that. So they're trying to, a new thing is called like super fandom. That's what like the buzzword is in the music industry right now. And essentially that's just what we're doing. Literally what we're doing. It's just like actually being a person and actually trying to like talk to people, and you know what I mean? Rather than just being like, I'm Taylor Swift, buy my new necklace. You know, it's actually like, hey, how about we actually like hang out and like actually love music together. And not just like, oh, I'm so celebrity, you could never talk to, you know what I mean? So they're starting to realize that like, ooh, you know, maybe we can't do that forever. You know what I mean? So they're trying to make Spotify do things like, hey, do you want to give specifically to this one artist? Like, here's ways we can do that and stuff. But you know, of course, they throw out the code for it and stuff. So we'll see if it ever actually happens. But apparently it's what they're trying to do. So maybe one day, like Kaiju Club and Monster Kingdom will be a feature or something you can like get through Spotify. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see, I don't know. But in theory, from the music industry news stuff I read, is that that's something they want to do. So we'll see what actually happens. But yeah, I'm just walking in circles because I finished Zelmia's order, and then now we're gonna do one more. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. I hope I wasn't, you know what I mean? I know it's like a lot of like inside music baseball, but yeah, that's what I heard and read. Okay, we got one more big order, and I have to go to the bathroom hella bad. So let me print this out, and then I think I'm gonna do a be right back. And then we'll talk about, what are we talking about next? So yeah, so we talked about, yeah, pretty much people are sleeping on how much people listen to music on CDs and stuff. Which I think like this stream kind of is like a testament to that, because it's like, you know, we're shipping out so many vinyl and stuff like that. It's like, you know, some people do buy it just to collect it, which I really appreciate, but like most people are buying this and actually listening to it. You know what I mean? And Spotify and stuff doesn't know that. So like, you know, there's not being, you know what I mean? So it's through the survey, we're able to be like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, keep making more CDs and stuff, because people actually want them and listen to them like day to day. And even someone came by earlier, was like, yo, I've listened to your cassette in my car for a whole year. In fact, some people have told me like the only CD they have in their car is Monster Tape Zero, and this is the only thing they listen to in their car. And then I remember someone, I think literally yesterday, was like, I sold my car recently and I was so sad because I forgot to take the CD out because the only CD I keep in my car. And I was like, no. So they're like, yeah, I'll pick up another one pretty soon. And I was like, sick. But real quick, y'all, if you're just listening, I will be right back. Literally like 2 minutes. I just have to go to the bathroom. So I'll catch you in like 5 seconds. I promise I'll be right back. I'm not leaving. I'll be back. All right, my bad. I was at the bathroom. But yeah, another good example is like, I know I was talking about Spotify. I just had one more idea or one more thought about it. I think I might have forgot it too. Oh, but like, yeah, the idea is that like, if you think about it, like way back in the day, like the fact that Patreon exists is kind of like goofy. Well, that is goofy, but you know, like if you're a YouTuber, like you would think that like YouTube would just offer the way to like directly support the YouTuber through YouTube, but instead like Patreon had to make a platform where now you have to like click and do like all these extra steps to support a YouTuber directly. And now YouTube has channel memberships, but like, you know, it took like a long time for that to come around because Patreon proved that it could work. So Spotify is kind of similar. It's like kind of like, as much as I appreciate people, you know, I really appreciate people that do this, but you know, the Monster Kingdom and stuff and like the Kaiju Club, that should be through Spotify. Like it should be just something like, hey, you know, like bada bing. Like if you want to join the Kaiju Club, it should just be one button on Spotify, but it's, you know, you have to do all these extra steps. So yeah, so hopefully something about that does change. Because like, you know, Spotify talks a big game about supporting artists, but like, why can't they join the Kaiju Club? Straight from Spotify, if that's what you want, I don't know. So yeah. I got lots of ideas. But anyways, so next thing on the Kaiju Club survey is I always ask people like, you know, y'all have been watching exactly how the merch gets put together and stuff, but I always ask people like, how was your experience? Oh, yeah, thank you, Roses. Yeah, I hope something works out. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, but I always ask in the Kaiju Club, like, how was your experience like getting merch and stuff like that? And thankfully it's always been, well, this year it was 4.9 out of 5 stars. So that's super, super, super sick. That means like, I think one person put 4 stars. So I was like, oh no. But like, that's almost another like perfect rating. So I'm super stoked on that. I'm super thankful. So that means everyone's like stoked on the merch itself, but also like how fast it got there and everything like that. So I'm like, yay. And now they can like, you know, this was before they were even able to, or people were able to like watch me pack it for them. You know what I mean? So I'm stoked to see how it looks once it's maybe we'll get the perfect 5 stars when you know, we make the stream a little bit more known. But yeah, and then other than that, everyone's favorite merch in order, they said, was CDs first, then vinyl, then plushies, stickers, t-shirts, and cassette tapes. So pretty much just like music on physical formats, and the plushies and stickers and t-shirts are everyone's favorite. Which is a little interesting because as some of you may know, I don't have, like, you know, I sold out t-shirts like a while ago, but the people that bought them also took the survey and they were still like, yo, I love this shirt. So yeah, a big thing I said about this year's survey is I really need to like focus and lock in on making more t-shirts. And I gave the results pretty much. Yeah, so for this upcoming year, it's going to be really busy. But this year, I think I'm only, because of the tariffs and everything like that, I think this year is just going to be only like vinyl, tapes, and t-shirts in terms of like new merch. And I'm really going to try to lock in and like make a whole, like I need a whole line of shirts because we've been sleeping. I've been asleep on getting shirts made. So the winner of the shirt designs, pretty much we're going to make like a tie-dye Monster Tape Zero shirt because you can tell I like tie-dye a lot. And everyone that looked at it said like, oh, this looks super sick. It's like a red and white tie-dye. So it kind of looks like, funnily enough, the vinyl, but like the vinyl design, but except it'll be on a shirt. And then like, of course, with the Monster Tape Zero stuff. So that'd be really cool. And then y'all might have seen it a couple times, but I have like a Godzilla Got Remastered Groovy Kaiju stencil shirt. So it's like an outline of Godzilla Got Remastered. And that won second place. And then I'll probably do like a simple 4-color Radical Reptar shirt. So like the keychain design where it's like a lot less complicated because, you know, screen printed shirts. So it'll be like the keychain, even if you see it, it'll be like the keychain design, but as a shirt. Because I can't do like the full quality or else the shirt will like, because yeah, shirt stuff. I found that screen printed shirts last a lot longer and like they don't fade and they don't peel and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'll have to find like a local screen printer. So I had one out in Long Beach, but yeah. And they were the same screen printer for the Devil's Wear Prada, like the metal band. So that was super sick. So I was like, hey. But yeah. All right, so he folded this. Oh, I got 2 more vinyl. And yo, Ryan! Hi, Mr. Groovy. I love the CD. Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad to hear you love the CD, dude. I appreciate you, man. But yeah, we're just streaming, hanging out, packing orders, packing other people's CDs. Well, technically vinyl right now, but yeah. And talking about fan club survey results. If you got added to the Kaiju Club, just talking about all the results from that. And Odd Person, gonna head out. It was nice to finally tune in, see one of your streams. Hopefully I'll be able to tune in again soon. You'll have a good night. Dude, thanks for stopping by, dude. I'm glad you were able to catch this. And yeah, dude, have a nice night. Take it easy. I know it's getting late. It's Sunday. We all got work tomorrow. But yeah, dude, I appreciate you stopping by, dude. Take it easy. But sick. So then, next on the survey, I talked about, funnily enough, after all the merch stuff, pretty much just we're making shirts. That's like the TLDR of it. I was like, our t-shirt game, we need way more shirts. So next I talked about like community stuff, because again, I mentioned how like the Kaiju Club, it is very like, you know, just me talking to like 8,000 people, and I wanted to make it so that like, you know, I mentioned earlier that like, you know, Simply Hideo knows that James exists, and like James knows that Simply Hideo, oh my god, exists, and like we're all in like the same Kaiju Club together. You know what I mean? So like, you know, letting people know that we're all cool, because I've been like gatekeeping how cool everyone is from one another, not on purpose, but just by the nature of like doing the whole email thing. So I asked if we should start a Discord server. I think I mentioned this before, but pretty much like everyone was like, I think yeah, only 27% of everyone who took the survey was like, yeah, I'd be down to join a Groovy Kaiju Discord server, because I think we're all kind of Discord servered out, like kind of similar to email. Like, you know, I keep it real, like most people don't want to join another email list, like it is, you know. But of course I've tried to make the Kaiju Club more like a gaming magazine, but still, you know, no one's like actively looking for more email lists to join. I think the same thing with Discord servers is like no one like wants to join another Discord server at this point. There's just so many. So yeah. And then next, so because of that, pretty much no Discord server this year. And I don't think for a while, because I asked last year too, or I didn't ask last year, but I used to have one, and this is my first year asking. So maybe I'll ask again about Discord servers next year, but pretty much as of right now, it seems like Discord servers probably isn't the move, because it would kind of like, you know, be not that many people, and it would be a lot to maintain for like, you know, maybe like the 50 or so people that would join and like maybe like lurk for the most part. So yeah. And then I also asked about live streaming, and like low-key we started this live stream after I had like most of the results to figure out what time I should do this. That's why we do it on the live streams on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. It's particularly because people said that's when they're most likely to be free. And it made sense with like the whole like order packing schedule. So yeah. And it said the survey, people that took the survey, 38% watch live streams at least once a month, and would average watching about 30 minutes per week. Twitch and YouTube were the most popular, which is why I stream to both Twitch and YouTube. And really, like, people said they mostly watch live streams just to be able to like hang out and chat, which is like perfect. That's exactly what we do here. So yeah, so the live stream kind of like, you know, I got the results a little early because I was like planning the live stream as the survey results were coming in, but low-key it all kind of like worked out nicely. I didn't jump the gun on anything, thankfully. And yeah, it's been working out. But what is interesting though, I said in the update, is that low-key, if I had seen the survey only say 38% of people would be down to watch the live stream, I probably maybe would have waited a little bit longer to start live streaming. But you know, good thing I did, because now it's like this is all working out perfect. And I guess the whole thing with my buddy, like who had the baby and stuff, kind of like really forced it to happen, but like in a positive way. Like it was like a lucky happenstance thing, because otherwise I might have been like, we'll start live streaming next year again or something. But this has been awesome, so yeah. And yeah, I mentioned live streams have been amazing, and I said, hey, pull up this live stream if you want to talk about the results. Oh, and yeah, and then the fun part I said in the update was like pretty much on every survey, I also just want to know, like, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, who are you taking the survey? So the favorite artists were, number one was me. So thank you if you took the survey. I appreciate you saying I'm your favorite artist. And then number two was Tyler the Creator. And like low key, I try to use the, so I guess I would say Tyler the Creator. The number three was Daft Punk, then Gorillaz, then Kendrick Lamar, then Death Grips. Fun. I didn't expect Death Grips to be on there, which is super wild. But and then after that, it was like various city pop artists. So like Masayoshi Takanaka was a big one, and you know, like Takeo Nuki. Oh, actually, no, it's Takeo Nuki. Like Tatsudo Yamashita and, you know, Maria Takeuchi and all that. So yeah. But low-key asked people what their favorite artist is, because for the holiday gift, I tried to do a remix of one of their songs. So I tried to do a... Oh, Lane, I might have missed it. Did you get the most voted merch stuff yet? Yes, I did. I might have passed it, low-key. I think you didn't miss it. I think I might have scrolled past it on accident. Oh, I did. Oops. Yeah, well, pretty much the most voted merch stuff was shirts were number one, Lane. And I'm glad you brought... I didn't pass it. I'm sorry. Because like, you know, I put the shirts in the actual update, so then I like saw the image and I like scrolled too fast. Wow. But yeah, so pretty much 2026 is gonna be kind of crazy, so can't promise anything. But the most voted merch, number one was to make live performance DVDs. So you know how I've been sending out, like, you know, if you buy like Monster Joe, you get like a live performance. Well, low-key, I made one for like every album. And I have to make one for Destroy All Monsters. So we might actually do a Destroy All Monsters like stream where I like perform the album live. So then, you know, I'll probably make that the recording as like us, like with the chat and stuff. I don't know, it'd be fun. So yeah, so I'll make a compilation DVD of every live performance I've done. So like an Ichi one, Relic Reptar, Monster Tape Zero, Groovy the Galaxy, and put that all on one DVD for people to have and make it look like a PlayStation 2 game or something. And then next, the number two voted item was the NFC keychain albums. So I think I showed it on stream once. Let me see if I can find it for you, Lane. My bad. Oh, here it is. But oh, you can't see it that well. Dang. Hey, I'm glad to hear you. It'd be fun to see, Roses. Yeah, kind of like I don't know, Roses, if you know Meg Thee Stallion, she had like she dropped her single like Boa. She made like these really sick like music video DVDs that look like PlayStation 2 games. So like something like that. But I have like these, I just figured these out, but you can't see it that well because it's like clear. But it's like, they're like little mini CDs, like super tiny, like keychain size. Maybe a little bigger than a keychain, I'll be honest, but like, you know, they could like totally fit in your pocket. Like, you know, they're pocket size, essentially albums. And I was gonna like order and print them out and cut them into shape and stuff and make like these NFC albums essentially where like you have a friend or you're like in your car and you listen to them on state 0, but you like lost the link or something, you can just tap your phone on it or scan the QR code inside. So probably do that. That was the number 2 voted thing. Number 3 was bumper stickers for cars. So I'll probably make some like that's really easy, so I'll make some bumper stickers. And I know the thing you're interested about, Lane, 3D printed figures got the 5th most. So that might be like I have to make everything else first and then that. So it might not be for a while before we start 3D printing some figures. Not bad, dude. But it did make it towards the top. Like it did a lot better than like skateboards, for example. So it's definitely something that's like on the radar for next year. But if I'm being honest, because there's like, you know, just so much we got to do, especially with all the order packing and stuff. You know, it would be a miracle if we were able to get 3D printed figures by next year. My bad, Lane. Hope that's okay. So it'll probably end up being on the next survey as well to see if it like goes up the rank. But yeah. So thanks for Lane for bringing that up. I did totally skip on an accident. And then yeah, so I was mentioning I used the survey to like low-key figure out what I should be making for the holiday gift. And since Tyler Creator was the number 2 artist, I tried to remix some songs from Don't Tap the Glass, but okay. Lane says, it's all good, bro. I kind of figured it wasn't gonna be the main thing, that it was kind of a niche thing, so it's whatevs. Yeah, I mean, so the thing is it's less niche than, oh my god, less niche than skateboards. So yeah, like I think I asked like 8 different items, so it definitely made it towards the top. It's just like, and like honestly, like the what's it called? The NFC albums and stuff, like kind of like not that wide of a difference in terms of like the practicality of like how many people would actually be interested. So yeah, it's just like it like I guess barely lost to a lot of different things. But yeah, it is whatevs. It is on my radar because I would be so stoked to jam with you on figuring out how to get a 3D printer set up. So we could just like on stream be like, yo, did you order something? It's printing right now. That'd be so sick. Get like a camera and be like, yo, it's printing. But yeah. And then, so next in the survey results, it said that, next in the survey results, it said, I pretty much asked people like what their hobbies are and stuff, just so I can like kind of gauge like, what are people into? You know what I mean? And number 1 was music collectors and audiophiles. Lane says a printer camera would be cool. I know, dude. It would be so sick. I would be so down to have that. But yeah, we could probably like make. I don't know if I could do it 24/7, but still, like it would just be sick to have. I'm gonna write thank you to James Loki. My love, my baby. But yeah, number 1 in terms of like people's general interest. Number 1 was like everyone's pretty much like not everyone, but most people are music collectors, which makes sense because you know we're shipping all this music collectible stuff like vinyl. Number 2 is gamers, of course. But most people particularly said, I play Sonic the Hedgehog or Nintendo games, which I mean makes sense based on like what we talk about here on the stream too, because all of us are like, yo, Kirby, or like, yo, Sonic. You know what I mean? Number 3 is other people making art, so like music producers, visual art illustrators, and animators. Like I know Eli, a lot of times will talk about how they're working on their comic and stuff, so like lots of folks like, you know, working on their own art as well, which is super sick. Number 4 is anime fans. Number 5 is car people, and number 6 is fingerboarders. So those are like the main interests of people in the Kaiju Club. most people find their new music. I mentioned it earlier. Someone mentioned, Skyrim mentioned how they find music from Bandcamp, but the 3 places the survey said was music streaming platforms like algorithms, 2 was social media, so like probably ads and stuff, and then number 3 was word of mouth from friends. And then favorite social media was Instagram number 1 and YouTube number 2, and pretty much everything else. Like a lot of people are like, "Yo, like you should include Blue Sky." But even when I asked people like, "Yo, do you use Blue Sky or Threads and all that?" A lot of people were like, "Yeah, I use it," but they said that, I don't really want to keep using it because I like also would hate to like start like a Blue Sky and then like then like maybe like a year later everyone's like, actually I've jumped over something else. So I always ask people like, do you plan on like, do you enjoy actually using Blue Sky? You know what I mean? Or did you like kind of make one just to like, you know what I mean? Not that I think anyone who made one isn't liking it, but like it's just not a thing people saw themselves using in the long term. If that makes sense, according to the survey. And Rosa says, "Yeah, I play Nintendo games. I enjoy drawing and also watch cartoons and anime." Hey, that's what I'm saying. It's just good to know because I don't know, it's just know what we're all into. But yeah, same here. I wish I could draw though. I mean, I make obviously I make music, but like I just can't draw. Like it's not that I can't draw, but I've just never been like, I don't know. It doesn't spark joy for me. And when I try to draw, I always feel like it's like, I don't know. But I'm also surrounded by a ton of really talented artists, so it's maybe like also my imposter syndrome. I don't know. That's cool though, Roses. I'm glad that you're also all 3 things, like I am, except my drawing is music. You know what I'm trying to say. All right, let me write a thank you to James. Thank you, James. Hope you love the vinyl, and I gave, oh my god, you a ton of stickers. You say thank you. Have read a dude. So this crazy story I have about the song is like I forgot what the context was, but like back during the pandemic, or I guess the COVID lockdowns, I was working at this tech company, and it was like I forgot what the reason was, but there was like a talent show type of thing. So I was like, oh, okay. So I filmed myself playing this song with some like Godzilla visuals for like the talent show, and people loved it. But it was like also during like weird timing where the company ended up doing some like kind of dastardly thing. So I remember the CEO went on video on like this giant Zoom call and was just like, we're gonna be real accountable and responsible for this thing, yada yada, and we apologize, X, Y, and Z. All right, now here's this cool video everyone liked from one of our Fastly employees. And I was like, bro, how are you gonna use me as like your, like kind of like a, yeah, we fucked up, but don't be mad at us because look at this guy DJ. You know what I mean? Like I was like, that's not what I signed up for. And I was just playing this song and I was like, well, this is awkward. It was like a video, so I couldn't like not look like I wasn't having a good time. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was like, no, they used me as bait. They used my music for bait. It was kind of funny. Rosa says, oh, and I also stick to Blue Sky and another site, but occasionally open Instagram to check on artists who use that. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I've been thinking about it because writing all the emails and stuff, like I kind of feel like I probably would be pretty good on Blue Sky and Threads. I don't know. Yeah, Rosa, isn't that crazy? That's a crazy distraction. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know if the distractions, like it is a distraction. I don't know if that's the right word. The word I'm looking for is like kind of like a, when someone like messes up, but then they're like, but here's a dance or something. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of like, bro, what? You know what I mean? I don't know if there is a word for that, but yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And I was like, what? And I don't work there anymore. So haha. But it's funny though, is I still have like a lot of friends who still work there. And I'm actually gonna talk to one of them tomorrow, check in on them, see how they're doing. Lane, bruh, I absolutely despise when higher ups do that because it always just makes it really awkward. Exactly. And the thing is too is that because it was like me playing the video, you know, we had one, and it was like lockdown time, so everyone like was in chat, and I was in chat like kind of upset with what the CEO said, but everyone's like, you know, some people like, people were upset, but some people were just like, damn, but these beats are cool. So I had to be like, be nice to everyone in chat, even though I was also upset. It was just really awkward. To your point, Lane, it was so awkward, dude. It was more fun. It was hella funny though. I mean, like now it's funny, like looking back on it, but at the time I was like, bro, I didn't sign up for this. Also, I think that CEO is no longer at the company anymore, so that's, you know what I mean. I got the last laugh, I think, but yeah. I know that like they like did me dirty in specific, but it was just really weird. It's like, out of all the talent show people, why me? Why me? Someone was juggling. Someone was like cooking stuff in their backyard, and they're like, nah, let's get him. It's funny. But oh yeah, we talked about the survey. Oh yeah, and I mentioned it on the what's it called, on the other stream, but I asked about astrology because I told a story about how so in the survey I asked if people were in, oh Corey, dude, what up? You're in line for Ghost Rider? That's so sick, dude. Yeah, man, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I was skating with Trey the other day, and I was like, dude, Corey's been pulling up to my streams, dude. Trey was like, no way. Dude, Trey, I'm sorry to get all personal with Corey, guys, but dude, me and Corey's mutual friend Trey also moved to Phoenix with me, and like not together, but we just happened to move out here. But dude, Trey's car broke down, dude. I felt so bad. Like me and my buddy the other day were skating, and then I got in his car, and he was like, dude, when I shifted into reverse, and it would just do this horrible noise, and I was like, Trey, I think your transmission's going down. And he was like, really? And I was like, Mom, it sounds like it, man. So we go to Del Taco, we come back to the skate park, and he's like, all right, cool, I'll catch you around. And then like literally an hour later, he was like, bro, I made it a block away from my house and my car broke down. And I was like, no. He was like, the transmission went out. And I was like, no, I was right, no. This is the worst time. I don't want to be right about this. But yeah. So my buddy's going through it, but I'm gonna help him out. I think he's gonna move next to me too, so it'll all work out. But yeah. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So yeah, low-key. Hey, yo, Helen Seller, dude, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It said, or they say, dude, my Spotify DJ hit me with the OG, said this was in your top 5 in 2022. Started playing chill with some koi fish, the skating memories. Oh, dude, that's so sick. Hey, I'm glad the DJ is bumping my stuff, dude. He's like, yo, you need to hear this. That's sick. But yeah, thanks for letting me be in your top 5 in 2022, man. That's what's up. Yeah, it's funny because I just told a story. I think you were here for it then if you were like just hanging out. But I think I also in the same set where the CEO was like, oh, like watch this guy DJ. I think I played Chilling with Some Koi Fish in that same set. So yeah, he was like, HRU though, man. Oh, what's HRU? I'm sorry, I'm an unk, dude. I'm an unk. But how are you? Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. That's what I thought it was. Dude, I'm doing good, man. You know, another day in the life, just hanging out, chilling. Yeah, how are you for short? My bad, yeah. But yeah, dude, I'm just hanging out, you know, just packing the merch orders. We have like 36. We packed like 5 so far. I'll probably have to do the rest like off the stream, just to like get them out in time for like, you know, for the mail and stuff. But yeah, I'm doing good. Went to the gym earlier today. Been hanging out. How are you doing, Helen Seller? And Lane says, bro, my engine almost overheated due to a hole in the coolant reservoir. Yeah, I'd be terrified. That's crazy. Yeah, cars overheating is like, that sucks. Cause then you're really stuck. You're for real stuck. Hey, Helen Seller, dude. Yeah, dude, I'd be stoked. We have a bunch of plushies, so we should definitely like I'm 90% sure we'll still have some by February. So yeah, dude, when you move, dude, I'd be stoked to send you one. Thanks for wanting to grab one, man. I appreciate it. That's sick. Thank you. And then I got that. I think that's all of them. Roses says, by the way, earlier today I saw a little of the past streams and the advice on driving was hilarious. I meant to say it went better than I was expecting. Thanks for the advice, though. I get it. I'm glad you liked it, Roses. Yeah, when I said it, I was like, I hope Roses takes it the right way. But yeah, just for context, and of course you missed the last stream. Like Roses pretty much had to leave early to like, I think you had to do like a driving test. I forgot what you said. You had to do something driving related, but I told Roses like, because they're like, I'm kind of nervous about driving. And I was like, Roses, think about the dumbest person you know, and then realize that they also drive. You'll be okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like mean advice, but like, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. You know what I mean? Like, if they could drive, you could do it. You know what I mean? So yeah. But Helen Seller says, I'm good. Got off work, man. Off the next 2 days tomorrow. Signing for the move, the new spot, see what the deposit is. All right, cool, man. Yeah, I know moving is, I move like every year. It's a problem. So I feel you on that. Hopefully the deposit isn't too bad. I know in LA, the deposits a lot of times can be like the same price as first month's rent, but I know out here in Phoenix it's been about like $400 or $500. So hopefully you got Phoenix prices on your deposit. And Helen Seller says, dude, I have to be in the mood to drive. It's weird. I hate driving. I feel you on that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. For some reason I moved out here. Like in LA, I was driving, like I didn't realize it, but I was driving like 2 to 3 hours a day, dude. Just getting around, just trying to get around LA, like go out to eat and stuff like that. Or just, you know, had to take someone to work or something. Not just someone, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, well, it wouldn't take my partner that long. Anyways, you know what I'm trying to say? But like, you know, that's what I'm trying to work, like hang out with friends. Like it was just, I was driving like at least 2 hours a day. It was crazy. So now that I'm out here and I don't have to drive 24/7, it's been like, yeah, I've been really trying to like make up for the lost time I've had just driving around all the time. So I feel you, dog. Lane says, I mean, it's true, Lamau, yeah. Yeah, for real though, dude, like, you know what I mean? I'm glad you got what I'm trying to say, Lane, about the dumbest person you know driving. But Helen Sawyer says, but once I'm out on the road, music blasting, I'm chilling. I feel that, yeah. Yeah, I used to be very anti road trip. I used to hate going on road trips because the exact point of like not liking to drive. But I don't know. Whenever there's a road trip with like no traffic, yeah, you can put your music on, dude. You're chilling. It's even better if you have someone to talk to, dude. You're just hanging out. Okay, let me measure this out real quick and reply to you, Roses. We probably want to do. If I do 3, it'll be too little. No, it won't. Okay. So we want right there. Let's test. My bad. I'm trying to do like the box math, so I'm trying to make sure there's gonna be. Well, that's perfect. Okay, cool. Sick. But Rosa says it's just a casual practice in the parking lot. We aim for doing more than just what I practice. And that day, 2 kids were running around and playing with each other. Oh, that's so cute. But I mean, it's also scary because you're driving. You know what I mean? But that's good. I'm glad to hear you're doing like the parking lot practice. It helps a lot. Yeah, I remember the exact parking lot I first practiced in driving and stuff like that. I remember the first 2 parking lots I practiced driving in, like in my hometown. But yeah. And I guess just give you a pro tip, Roses, the road isn't that much worse. Like if you can navigate the parking lot, like, you know, when you go on the road, it's gonna be like scary, but like, it's honestly, once you're on the road, you're like, oh, this is easy. So yeah. Yeah, in fact, I would say the parking lot is probably like the scariest part. And then like after that, it just gets progressively easier. So you're already doing the hardest part, in my opinion. But unless you have like who's teaching you, sometimes people will be like, no, I need to teach you how to drive on a mountain. And then it's like, okay, why? Some people get like real hardcore about their driving teaching, but if you have like a normal teacher, you'll be all right. All right. And this is, who was this going to? Oh no. Oh, I see it. Okay, cool. I almost forgot who this was going to, and then I like had their like whole order information right on my screen. Oh yeah, but what I was saying, Skyer, now parallel park in an overcrowded parking lot. Skyer. Well, I mean, I had a friend once where who was teaching them. They were like, you have to learn in my stick shift truck, and I want you to learn on a mountain. Like they were like, we're gonna go straight to this hill and get to, you know what I mean? Just, I don't know, yeah. Some people are just, might as well have been like, now parallel park in an overcrowded parking lot. But I think that was just their dad trying to like, you know, be a little goofy, maybe mess with them a little bit. But Elaine says, bro, parallel parking was probably the most difficult for me. They don't teach it in my state anymore. That's wild. How come, I'm surprised they don't teach it. Yeah, what's funny is, y'all ever heard of RuPaul Drag Race? RuPaul, they have a really good YouTube video on how to parallel park for some reason. I came across it once and I was like, oh, this actually helped a lot. So if you still need to learn lane, look up RuPaul parallel parking. And actually it's a pretty informative, good video. And real quick, Dong Hee, love you too. Hello, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Thanks for stopping by. Rosa says, thanks again, my bro who's helping me suggested the road, so I'll take it soon. He's been amazing teaching me. I appreciate his support too. Oh, that's nice. You know, you'll be all right. You'll be completely okay. Because yeah, the road isn't that bad. All right, sick. Perfect. But yeah, I think the last survey thing I wanted to bring up was oh yeah, so for those who took it, like at the very end, it might have like seemed super random, but I asked like, are you into astrology at all? Now I mentioned this last stream, but the reason why I asked is that, you know, being in like a lot of creative spaces and stuff, I thought like, you know, because I mentioned earlier how a lot of us are like, you know, also creative people, like doing art or like animating or stuff like that. And like living in LA, it's like a very common thing people are into out there. So I'm like, is this an LA thing or is this like an everybody that's creative thing? But then I found out very quickly, like only 12% of people even said they like it. But the saddest but funniest response was like, I'm not into astrology, but my ex was, and he put a crying emoji. And I was like, damn. I'm sorry I asked. You know what I mean? Not to like, you know, giggle at them, but you know, I would, nah, I'm sorry for them, but at the same time, it was like, oh wow. I'm sorry to bring up that trauma, dude, on accident. So yeah, and that was pretty much the survey results. If anyone, I know people have asked a couple questions, but if anyone has any, that's pretty much it. Or you can leave a comment in the YouTube video if you watch the VOD or something. And the only other thing I mentioned in the survey was if we actually use the results. And I said in the update that like pretty much the video versions, like pretty much like if we actually use results, and I pretty much gave like a proof list of things that we started this year because of last year's survey results. So like the video versions, that was because of last year. Relaunching the Kaiju Cave, like relaunching the Monster Kingdom was because of last year's survey. The weekly email, 7-day free trial, Radical Return to the Galaxy vinyl, they were voted on. The thing I used to do called Merch of the Month. The pins that we dropped this year from the survey last year. Sticker designs was because of last year. Merch bundles, like pretty much I gave a whole like list of 11 different things that happened in 2025 specifically because of the feedback people in the Kaiju Club and Monster Kingdom gave in 2024. So like keeping it real, like the survey is like my source of truth, or like my guidebook for everything to do in 2025. So when people fill it out, it's like beyond helpful because it's like, okay, cool. It takes out all the guesswork of like, oh, maybe I should do this, or maybe I should do that. Roses, I hope that person's okay. Yeah. That's cool, you love astrology too. Okay, cool. Yeah, low-key, it's one of my secret hobbies. I mean, keeping to myself low-key, but I don't know, maybe one day we'll have an astrology stream, and then everyone that's into it can join just for that one stream. Maybe we'll do like a secret stream or something. But yeah, okay, I gotta print out this thing. But yeah, but that's pretty much the survey results. And then let me see, like, I can pull up all the extra, see if there's anything else juicy that I didn't share in the email that I could bring up real quick. It would be under, I think all the way over here. Let me put this out first. He's going to James. I gotta wait. Also, this is another one of my Sunkissed is one of my favorite Aviscerall songs of all time, but it doesn't get that many streams. It's like, you know, I'm like, what? Not that it has to, but I don't know. It's like kind of funny because sometimes the songs you're like, oh wow, this song is so nice that it's gonna do really good, are the ones that like do the worst, and the ones that you're like, I don't know, how about I just remix Emperor's New Groove? Will be the ones that are like, yo, the Emperor's New Groove remix is crazy. You know what I mean? It always works out like that. I know we were talking earlier, Roses, at some point about like, you know, the idea of like letting go of your art and stuff and just like it being what it is. And it's not like a major reason to do this, but I do think there is a bit of like validity to just even releasing the bad stuff, because sometimes it's the bad stuff that does really good that you wouldn't expect. Like this, yeah, I think I mentioned my top song for Aviscerall, my Spotify Wrap this year, was called But I Still Love You. And like, I like the song, but out of all the Aviscerall songs I listened that year, I was like, this one, like, you know, this one's like middle of the road for me in terms of like how much I love it. And it ends up being like the best song I released all year long, even though I was like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's okay. So, you know what I mean? So if you're ever doing art and you're like, should I release this? Like, you got nothing to lose. In my opinion, at least. All right, sick. Yeah, and Rosa makes a good point. Rosa says that then you see the bad thing in a new perspective and appreciate it for what it is. That's occasionally me with some drawings. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what happened with But I Still Love You, that one song. Because I was like, kind of like, I feel like the synths are too loud. But like, you know, started doing numbers and stuff. I was like, okay, well, maybe like what I originally felt about the synths weren't wrong. Because when I made the song, it wasn't until like after the fact that I was like, I don't know about the synths. So yeah, I'm glad that you feel me on that. All right. And yo, it's the legend Duck Girl 808. What's up? It's so good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for stopping by. I honestly, Duck Girl, real quick, Duck Girl, while you're here, it's been so awesome to see you do all the stuff with Serato. Like, it's every time I'm like, yes. I'm like so happy for you every time y'all work together. Because like, you 1,000 billion% deserve it, and your music's cool, and you're a cool person. So yeah. If I'm allowed to say, I'm proud of you. You went from Duck World to Serato Ambassador. It's so sick. And you and Klopsy are still killing it too. But Helen Seller says, I love this album. First album I heard. Hey, thank you. Yeah, Helen Seller, we're dropping a deluxe, I guess I'm calling it New Game Plus edition next month of it. So I'm super stoked for it. It's gonna be really cool. And I have vinyl and stuff of it that's coming. Yeah, dude, yep. The vinyl is one of these boxes over here is the Tutorial Monsters New Game Plus edition. I'm pretty much doing all like the final like photos and stuff like that and X, Y, and Z. But hey, thank you, man. Yeah, when it drops, I'll have like a whole discount and stuff for you. So, but yeah, it'll be, I think, last week of January is that's currently what I have in my head for it. So yeah, I'm super stoked. It's gonna be cool. That and the plush. Hey, all right, cool. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Helen Solar. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll keep it in mind because usually when I do the drops and stuff, I like kind of like pre-make a bundle for it. So maybe I'll make like a plush and vinyl bundle just so it works out better for you. All right. Next, we're shipping on Monster Tape 0. I need a mini kaiju. I know they're super cute, dude. Like, and I'm not. Obviously I'm biased, but like honestly, again, I told the story, but like, I did not. They came out so good, dude. They're like ridiculous how good. I like when I got it from the manufacturer, I was like, I can't believe this actually was like. I was like, yo. Cause I don't know. I like found the plushie manufacturer. It took me forever to find a good one, and when I did, and they sent me over the sample, I was like, no way they were able to make it. You know what I mean? And when they sent them all over and they were all good, I was like, I can't believe this worked. You know what I mean? I can't believe this worked. So yeah, the shades are cool too. Yeah, I don't know. The manufacturer just gives me the shades. I have like a whole box of the shades over here somewhere. But yeah, the shades are pretty cool. But thank you, Helen Solar. I appreciate it. Rosa says, since you mentioned that convo about letting go, I successfully sketched and named a character that's been in my head. It was nice. Now I just got to design more stuff. Hey, I'm glad to hear. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that, like, like you're talking about art and stuff, and like this is helpful for you, Roses, to do your own art. That's honestly like so awesome to hear. Cause I don't know. I feel like that's like, as like artists, we kind of have to like help each other get through the creative process, because it's not easy. I know it's sometimes, it just looks like, oh my God, I do this thing and like, oh, now I'm famous or whatever, but like there's a lot of like layers of vulnerability and stuff that goes into it. A lot of like admitting to yourself, like all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of self-awareness, which some people like actually lack, not to be like mean, but like just genuinely like their brain doesn't work that way. So yeah, but I'm glad to hear that, like, having this stream and the space and everyone in chat over here and stuff has just been good for doing creative stuff like that. At least in this one case, but still, I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, I was looking up more survey stuff. Let's say all the secrets that I didn't put in the email because it was a long email. Oh, Helen, so I know you probably get this a lot, but I'm curious on the origin story of your music and where it started. I don't mind telling it. I can tell it a million times, man. I don't mind. We're just hanging out. Origin story of my music. So I guess like why I started making music was because I used to I still skate a lot, but I had like a core group of skate homies, and I don't know, Corey's probably writing Ghostwriter right now, but actually, funnily enough, one of my old skate homies was in the chat earlier. They're probably like, but they're at Knott's Berry Farm, so they're probably on a roller coaster right now. Anyways, so we would all skate together, and a lot of my buddies would rap, and I'd always like loved music, like for real. Like pretty much what happened is I started playing, like what got me into music was Guitar Hero, funnily enough, and that's when I really started playing, like really like, oh shit, like I gotta learn these bands and stuff because Guitar Hero's sick. And then after Guitar Hero, I made one of my like what's it called? Like childhood best friend. The name is Kevin. Their parents were like huge like System of a Down and Tool fans. Like they were in like the System of a Down fan club and stuff like that. They took me to my first concerts and everything. So it was through them that I got like really into music. And then I had a bunch of friends that would like, we'd skate together, and some of them would rap, and they were like, damn, we need someone to make beats. And I was like, I'm good at computers, I can learn how to make beats. And this was like when I was 14. And then now it's 16 years later, I've just been making beats. And then here we are. So that's pretty much the origin story. But I guess, is there like more to it? So I was making beats. So I guess that's like not to like truncate it too much. So I was making beats, and then I went to college. But pretty much all throughout high school, I was just making beats. Like maybe like once every few months, I'd make a beat or two. That, you know what I mean? I didn't know how to mix or master or anything. And when I got to college, I was skating around, and I remember I bumped into some buddies that like also, like not even buddies, like I just bumped into people that were also skating around like this Ross parking lot. And they're like, oh dude, like we all make music, you should come by. And I was like, all right, cool. And I went over, and they were like, yeah, we're all like, they were in a ska band or something. And I was like, I gotta make music here and there too. And they're like, oh, what? And I showed them some of my beats, and they were like my beats back then were like, very like, I just started yesterday kind of beats. And they're like, okay. I mean, they're really nice about it. But, they were really good in like pushing me to like, hey, you should try like mixing. You should try this. You should try that. I was like, all right, cool. So I started, just pushing my music a little bit more forward. I started like, not taking it seriously, but when you're surrounded by creative people, things just start, you start to learn from each other and stuff like that. I mean, like, again, not to call it roses, but like, you know, even just, and not that they have to be in this stream, but like, you know, this stream is like a lot of creative people just hanging out. So like, when you hang out with other creative people, you get like creative ideas, or you get pushed creatively in the right direction and stuff like that. So that like, that second skate group in college kind of like did that for me. So they started like pushing me to make like low-key better beats and stuff like that. That one year. And you know, then at some point I was like, you know what? I was listening to a lot of like artsy music, vaporwave and stuff, and then I was like, you know what? How about I try doing some of this? And then that's how Groovy Godzilla started, because I was making like hip hop beats. I used to call it like experimental hip hop, and like just like, you know, like anime flips and stuff of like hip hop stuff. So as I got more into like future funk and stuff, I was like, let me try this. And then I made my first like future funk song and did it on SoundCloud, and I just kept doing it. And then funny enough, that same ska band, I remember like playing like open mics with them and stuff like that, where like they'd have me open like their like house shows and stuff like that, where I would just play my beats and people would be like, yo, this is sick. And yeah, and then it goes on from there. I don't know, it's a long story, but that's the origin, I guess, because you asked for the origin part, so that's like maybe the origin part. But Helen Seller says it's a little cool origin story because I'm also a skater, so it's cool to hear that. Yeah, dude. We're everywhere. Skaters are everywhere, dude. We just, you know what I mean? We don't give up. We just pop up out of nowhere and do cool stuff. So yeah. This is Jelly Wheels, right? Yeah. Funny enough, speaking of skateboarding. Helen Seller says, because right now I'm trying to have my end job be involved with skating, so I can't wait, to be honest. Oh, sick. What kind of end job? Like, are you trying to do like design? Because I have like a buddy, I guess there's someone in the Kaiju Club, but I don't know, we talk all the time. I hope they don't mind me calling him a buddy, but I don't want to do the whole parasocial thing. Maybe the opposite, because Sarah Polshel, like, you know, I guess maybe I'm parasocial with them, I don't know. But yeah, the Voidstrom, they also want to do skateboarding stuff. They said they want to do skateboard designs. Oh no, ads! Okay, I see what's going on. Damn, my bad. Well, I'll wait. Dun, 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 dun. Helen Seller, let me know when you're back. I swear it's not my fault, it's Twitch's fault. They make me do this. They like for real said like, hey, here's what you gotta do. And I was like, dang. You know, the default settings were like, we're gonna play ads for like 10 hours. I was like, what? So like, you know, thankfully I was able to lower it. I am looking for, I'll give them one more sticker. I'll give them, I'll give them green tea. Sick. All right, let me drink some tea. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, I was supposed to, I'm sorry, I got so lost in the origin story, I forgot to talk about the survey stuff. Okay, we're back. Okay, sick. Pretty much I was saying, I know someone named Voidstrom, they come through the chat sometimes, and they want to design skateboards. So what kind of job were you thinking? Like, are you trying to do like, when you said ads, I thought you said like, oh, I'm gonna do like marketing. And I was like, okay, sick. So I started talking about that, like, and then I realized, oh, you mean like Twitch ads. Yeah, my bad, Twitch does that. But you should do like marketing, you try to do like design, you try to do like, I don't know, technically you like work in manufacturing, you do like photography, you know what I mean? Like there's all kinds of jobs in skating. Run an actual shop? Oh, like a skate shop? Okay, sick, yeah. Yeah, dude. They have like, that's your end goal job? Sick. Sick, dude. Yeah, I mean, if anything, just take like I don't know how old you are, but like if you take like a business course or something, and like, I'm sure there's like a world in which you can like run a skate shop and like also do like online sales or something. So like run online stuff from the shop. I have an idea and all that, and sketches everything. All right, sick, dude. Yeah, well, hopefully, I hope you get to do that, because skate shops are cool. I spent so much time just growing up in skate shops, low-key. Like for some reason, the skate shop in my hometown was like low-key super into fingerboarding, so it was like half skate shop, half like fingerboard shop. So they had like all these like stuff you could just fingerboard all day. So that's why, like, low key, I'm a fingerboarders, because like it was just like really big at like in my skate community back home for that like specific slice of time. So yeah. But if you don't mind, I mean, hey, we might as well. You're here. What do you think of like all the online stuff though? Because I feel like skate shops are kind of having a hard time. Do you have like a plan to, like, you know, let it make money even outside of just skating? You got your original board still, and the second you ever skate, that's sick, dude. Helen Seller. Oh yeah, Helen Seller says I got my original board still and my second ever skateboard. That's sick. Like, I've seen some skate shops, they also do like coffee, so that way they can, like, you know, keep the lights on while also supporting the skate scene, which is super sick. All right. Ichi. Where'd my bubble wrap go? I keep losing my bubble wrap. There's one right here. Oh, I bet it's on the chair. It is, Lamau. I thought about it, but honestly, IDK, because the combos is honestly crazy that you can make. Yeah, it's true. Like skating and skate park in the back, or you said skate shop and coffee shop. Okay, cool, yeah. But yeah, I mean, you can always figure it out when you get there. That'll be something you figure out now. Because yeah, I think skating with a skate park, even just like a little like low key one, like you just charge people like $1 to skate there or something for the day, would probably be like hella good. And then of course, like when they snap their boards and stuff, even if it was like a really low key park, you know, like ones where it's just like a few ramps. Like, cause low key, sometimes those are the best ones. I ain't gonna lie. Not gonna lie, free skating. Hey, well that works too. Yeah. Yeah, I only said $1 because I was like, hey, why not? You know, that's one Arizona green tea. Oh, let me sing. Okay, Helen so says they wouldn't charge the $1 because they just make it free skating for all the kids. And they said they mostly want to host events like Skate 3. That's super sick, dude. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, that would be super dope. Like challenges and all that. You could even like make it themed like that, where like, you know, they pull up, it's like, you know, a little skate like. But I can't wait. Got the name motto and everything sketches. Cool, dude. I'm glad to hear you got an awesome idea for a skate park shop. Can't wait to see it all come together, dude. Hear about it. And GD Expo, dude. Hello, dog. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Sunday night. How's your Sunday going? You chilling? Having a good day? How you feeling? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah. I'm so glad we have bubble wrap again. Last stream we ran the bubble wrap and I was like, dang. And hey, Helen Seller, I'm glad to hear you like the cover for the vinyls. Yeah, Michaela crushed it. It's very much inspired by the MF Doom Take Me to Your Leader album cover. Because Doom passed away around the time I made this album. So I wanted to like pay homage to them. And then I told Michaela, like when I did so their name like Mickey and Art on Instagram. But when I did the commission, I was like, yo, can you like make it like kind of like this? But I also want to look more like as if it was a Future Funk album and like, you know, more like matching what I'm doing. Like with Groovy Kaiju and stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, I got you. And then, yep, they crushed it. And yeah, look kind of familiar. Yeah. Yeah, that was totally the vibe. Okay, I'm glad that you caught the reference, dude. That's sick. In GD Expo, I'm about to do some 3D modeling. My finals low that I tap in. Hey, dude, that's sick. What are you 3D modeling? That's super dope. I wish I could 3D model. That's like one of my like end goal skills at some point. I know for a cool minute everyone was trying to learn Blender, but now I'm kind of like, damn, I should have tapped into Blender when everyone else was doing it. And good luck on your finals, dog. Oh yeah, but I was supposed to say all like the secret stuff I didn't share in the email for the survey gifts. I mean the survey results. But so yeah, so I wrote in all caps, make t-shirts. It looks like. What else? Oh, this is all like just what secrets? Oh, excuse me. Hey, yeah, Roses also. Me and Roses are both stoked on your 3D models GD Expo. That sounds super cool. Oh, maybe there are no secrets. I'm looking through, I'm like, okay, I wrote that. I love the song. My bad, John. I'm trying to speed read this, but I'm like, wow, actually I did share everything. I could have sworn it was like one thing I was like, maybe I'm not. Well, I guess one thing that's interesting is when I asked people like who their favorite like low-key artist was, it was a lot of what's it called? Like garage rock. Someone like said like chiptune. Yeah, surprisingly like a lot of like indie rock and what's it called? Which you wouldn't immediately expect because like, you know, the stuff I make is more like beats and stuff. But like, yeah, from the survey, a lot of people were like, nah, man, like hella like indie rock and stuff, which I am too. It's just, you know, you wouldn't think. At least I wouldn't think. And GD Expo says same. I'm still kind of cheeks, but it's fun. No, I gotta make a whole model on rig, so it'll be something. Hey, all right, man. Yeah, you got this. Hey, we all start as cheeks somewhere, right? That's how it's said. Oh, there you go. And one that's good is someone did say well, I guess after all like, you know, making art and geek fandoms and stuff, a lot of people did say they're also very outdoorsy. Like someone said like they like a couple people said like they do like bicycle stuff in the Kaiju Club survey. So we got like people who are like, yeah, like hiking or like, you know, doing like speed bicycle stuff, which I was like, oh wow. And another thing that was interesting too here it says is oh yeah, I mentioned it, but a couple of people said psychology, which I was like, that's like one of their niche interests. Because I always ask people like, hey, what are you interested in? And then it's like, what's the weird stuff you're interested in? Yeah, a lot of people were like, oh, I love reading like psychology articles and stuff like that. So I think I might do a like psychology of Groovy Kaiju or something, like how I do all like the psychology. Like for example, there's a book called Influence that I think I'm gonna go ahead and what's it called? Share in the Kaiju Club at some point. That's like, hey, like people apparently like psychology. Here's my favorite behavioral psychology book I've ever read, and how like I use it for Kaiju and stuff. But Lane says, I'm so down to paint those models, bro. Just give me a blank gray slate and I can probably do some cool stuff with some model paints. Hey, cool. Yeah, dude. Yeah, GD Expo, we're all behind you on your models. That's what's up. We're all here for you, dude. But yeah, so that was surprising. It's like the whole psychology thing. So yeah, so hopefully in 2026 I'll find the time to share that book recommendation. Turn the Kaiju Club into a book club. Into a psychology book club. I'm kidding, but yeah. Rosa says, I'm a plant lover, but not an outdoors person entirely. I would like to change that eventually. I feel that. Yeah, I want to get more into plants because every time I go to someone's house where they have a lot of plants, it is like literally. I know it's kind of funny, but it's a fresher breath. It's a breath of fresh air. So I think the plants like clean all the air. You know what I mean? Because that's like what they do. So yeah, I want to get more into plants. All we have right now, all we got is Jermaine. Jermaine's putting in work though. You gotta get Jermaine some friends. But yeah, I also want to get more outdoorsy too. Like I've been going on like little 15-minute walks on like this little like canal next to me. And the thing that's like cool about it though is that like it's kind of maybe like a little sketch, but you know, it's like the LA River, but there's a bunch of ducks in there. So like every morning I just kind of like go and check on my ducks. Not my ducks, but now they're my ducks because I see them every day. So my, what are my ducks doing? They're just swimming along in the canal. It's super adorable. And like I even like at some point like Googled like, can I feed them bread? I don't mind being that dude that's way too young to be old feeding ducks bread. You know what I mean? Like I'll totally be that old guy just that feeds the ducks. But Google said like, don't feed those ducks. It'll like completely ruin their diet. It's like junk food to them, and they'll forget how to like find their own food if they just expect you to come every day. I was like, dang, I want to ruin the ducks, but I want to feed them. They're adorable. Yeah, see, Skyr knows. Yeah, give him seeds, bread will give him diabetes. Yeah. Hey, not duck diabetes. Oh no. Ducks can get diabetes, oh no. But sick. Yeah, I looked it up though. It said even seeds, like it said like, yeah, don't, yeah. Thank you, Sky. I appreciate the advice. Yeah, what I read too was said that bread was bad to eat, give them seeds. But it said even seeds would be bad because they're like, I guess hood ducks for lack of a better word. It's like they're just, you know, they're from the streets, street ducks. They said that like, yeah, anything outside their natural habitat of the streets isn't good for them. Which is now I'm saying out loud is like, that's kind of hilarious. These urban ducks, all they know is the streets. Planes does not make them ducks chunky, dude. Hey. That'd be funny. Someone will come by and be like, how do these ducks get so big? Just me every day, giving them a bunch of duck seeds. Rosa says, I don't have any indoor plants, but my family took gardening seriously. I tried taking care of a succulent, but it died until we took it outside and stopped over caring about it. Lol. I feel that, yeah. Yeah, succulents are like resilient. Yeah, I think I mentioned once too, Roses, that I had like a succulent that like, well, it technically was an aloe vera plant, but I guess they're technically succulents. But like it would also like, you know, be kind of like goofy whenever like I didn't do something it exactly wanted, or I didn't let it be independent enough. Like I swear it had a personality. But yeah, I haven't had like a big gardening family. I mentioned that once, but my dad was really into pigeons. That was like my family's like niche interest. But I never learned anything about pigeons from my dad. I just know that my dad really liked them. Dun, 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 dun. All right, sick. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Ugh, make them dunk shonky. That's funny. All right. If y'all don't mind, I think I'm getting kind of hungry, but we still have a lot of orders. But a lot of these orders are like complicated, and we've been streaming for 3.5 hours. So how about we hang out for like, and it's getting late too. I need to make some tea. So how about we hang out for 10 more minutes and just chop it up a little bit, and then I think we'll call it here so everyone can go to work tomorrow, including me. But yeah, thanks for letting me ramble about the servers. Also, I'm glad y'all enjoyed listening to it. At least I hope you did. And yeah, holiday sale ends today. That's another thing too. I gotta like in an hour. I want to eat some food, and then I have to like take down all the holiday sale stuff. So, but Rosa says, me and my fam have been enjoying going to the park every Christmas day since we do that's nice. We do everything in the eve. The geese and the ducks are so cool. There's like 3 species of ducks hanging out at once. That's awesome. That's super cool. Yeah, I think my family's always celebrated like Christmas morning, but I think when I'm a parent, I want to do Christmas Eve, because as a kid, I never understood like why don't we celebrate Christmas Eve? Like, I think, yeah, that's the better way to do it. Because I remember being a kid, like, you know, trying to go to sleep at like 9 p.m. because I was like, oh, if I go to sleep early, then I can wake up and open my presents earlier. And you end up waking up at like 3 a.m. as a kid because you went to bed so early. And then you're just there, like just sitting there for like 2 hours with your eyes like wide open. Like, I can't go back to sleep. I'm too excited. So then you end up waking up your parents at 5 and they're like, why are you waking up at 5 a.m.? You can't wake me up this early. And I'm like, please let me open my presents. And then it's like pitch black outside. And I don't know. Maybe this is getting too specific of an example. But yeah, Christmas Eve would just be so much better because then the kids could just like be hyped all day long. And at the very end, open their presents. And if they regret it the next day, because, you know what I mean, then yeah. Lane says, all good, bro. I enjoy it. Next weekend might be iffy to make a stream though, because I'm hanging out with the fam. Oh yeah, dude, no worries. Yeah, dude, feel free to come to any of these that you like. I'm just chilling. And Rosa says, I enjoyed the survey. It was interesting hearing the results. I'm glad to hear, yeah. Yay. But yeah, the surveys are like my favorite thing to do all year. I think next year though, I'm gonna do them during the summer, because low-key, I've kind of like realized that even for me, like during the holidays, like I didn't think this through, but I've been doing it for like every year. But like, you know, it's like I got Turkey Day. Like, so usually I do the survey around like October, November. So it was like survey plus Turkey Day, then make a holiday gift, then like then do like Christmas. It was just like, I was like, why am I doing like 3 major Groovy Kaiju projects in between the holidays? Like, this doesn't make any sense. And I've always like burnt out. Like, as excited as I am to do everything, I don't know if burnt out's the right word, but I always like overdo it. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired. You know what I mean? Oh, and I do my like annual review of like the whole everything, like the business side of everything. So it's like 6 things I'm juggling at the end of the year. So I was like, you know what? So I think the next survey I'm gonna do during the summer, because one, a lot of people, you know, people have more time during the summer. So like, you know, a lot of times, like a lot of the members of the Kaiju Club and stuff are like still in college, or like, you know, sometimes even if you like work a normal job, like summertime is usually a lot easier and stuff. So I was thinking of like doing pretty much those 2 things during the summer next year. So that way during the holidays, I can just focus on the holidays and like doing my annual review of the year. So yeah. I'll probably do the annual review also during the summer. I don't know, summer usually is like the slow season for me, which you wouldn't think, but yeah. Actually kind of makes sense because everyone's like out there partying, you know what I mean, enjoying the music, rather than like, yeah. But yeah, let me see if there's anything else too, because this is like the official survey stream, so next time we'll talk about something else entirely. The favorite franchises were Sonic, Legend of Zelda, which I think we talked about. Randy was like, I'm not a big Zelda fan. And I was like, how are you not a Zelda fan? And then Halo, Dragon Ball Z, Fallout, Godzilla, Mario, and Final Fantasy. I remember Rose also wasn't a Zelda fan, but we found out. It's all good. I've come to terms with non-Zelda-ness, if that makes sense. Oh, and another thing is, people said they wanted more Groovy Kaiju posters. Because usually I'm just making the album arts as posters. But I don't know, I was thinking like, what if I like made like a, you know, like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, where it's like all the characters. I was like, what if I made that, but like for all like the different Groovy Kaiju designs and stuff. That would be kind of cool. So yeah, but I just gotta find like the time to get it commissioned and all that. Yeah, roses. Yeah, roses. That would be sick. Yeah, GD Expo. Summer is also my favorite time of year. Some GD Expo. I'm sorry. GD Expo says, I love summer so much, bro. Everyone around me hates it, but I love it. Yeah, dude. Summer is my favorite time of year because it's just like, to me, it's just like, I don't know. All the nostalgia of like having summer off from school and stuff is just like, those are such good times. Just playing video games, skating all day. It's just such good vibes, dude. So yeah, I love summer. And also too, like some of the best like concerts are during the summer always. Like, I don't know, summer is like best season. GD Expo says, I'm a winter baby though, and I do like Christmas too, actual unbeatable vibes. Yeah, dude. Yeah, December is also pretty lit. I don't know. Yeah, I think summer's my number one, and then I think December, like I guess in December, but like winter is probably my second favorite. Cause like, you know, Thanksgiving's Turkey Day's in the fall, but you know. Yeah, Rose is finally someone who enjoys summer. Yeah, we're all summer lovers, dude. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I keep mentioning this, but like when you make music, you find people that like the same things as you in a weird way. So yeah, we're probably all, I mean, a lot of us are probably summer people. And I live in Phoenix, Arizona. I should hate the summer, but I'm still like, yo, summer is lit. You know what I mean? I don't know, the sun is sick, dude. I don't mind the heat. I mean, the heat out here I do mind it. You know what I mean? Like I like going out like midnight, 90 degrees, dude. It's the vibe. Everyone's out having a good time at night because it's summertime. I don't know. Summer nights are something different. They're so fun. Oh, Skyr prefer winter. Oh, Skyr, I'm glad that you stood on business. Let's go. I respect that, Skyr. But yeah, I think winter is my second favorite. Cause yeah, I guess what I was gonna say, but I like lost my brain. My brain's starting to melt. Is Turkey Day. Thanksgiving is technically during the fall, but it feels like wintry to me. It feels like that's when winter starts, is when Turkey Day happens. So if winter can also include Thanksgiving, then yeah, it's still my second favorite. But like, yeah, to me, that's how I think of winter. But also too, I think what's been nice about you know, thankfully I've been able to travel so much in my life that like I think I've become like not immune, but I've like been in Arizona during 125-degree weather, and I've also been in like Denver when it was like 2. So because of that, my body has become, you know, ready for both. And I know how to like dress for both now. So yeah, so like, you know, like sometimes I do like to be a little chilly, and sometimes I do like to, you know, be outside like getting the sun rays. Lane says summer nights do hit different though. I've had a lot of memories from the winter time though. I know summer and winter are kind of like, oh, we're all reconsidering. GD Expo says winter is definitely second favorite, bro. The Christmas spirit hits me hard. Yeah, it really does. Same here. I do be getting that Christmas spirit. I was trying to think of a good meme. Was it like, bro really got the Christmas spirit? Yeah, so I was trying to think of like a dumb meme. GD Expo, I love the build up from Christmas more than Christmas Day itself. I feel that, yeah. Yeah, because everyone's putting up all the lights and stuff like that. It is a nice like transition into Christmas for sure. It's just, I don't know. It's fun. Oh yeah, I think that's everything for the survey, y'all. I can't think of anything else that I can really say about it. I guess I can really say the Irish are the top artists. I guess if it helps at all, the top independent artist that I found through everyone recommended was Kill Bill the Rapper, an artist named Daisy Chain, but spelled Dazeychain, Savant, Savant, Akira the Dawn, who funnily enough I found DJs my stuff in their sets like way back in the day, so that makes sense. Someone named Halley Labs, but they're under like a label called Lapbox. Zoom Tata, who's a video game composer for like I think like Taito, and then Aberdeen, Aberden, and The Symposium. These are all like a bunch of different artists that are people recommended as a, you know, they also liked it from the Kaiju Club survey. So if you like my stuff, you might like theirs through like a weird way, but a lot of them are all like indie rock and stuff. G-Expo Jolly posting. Oh, Skyr knows them. Okay, cool. Yeah. Sick. I'm glad that Skyr knows Lapbox. And Rosa says, I'm weird. I'd rather sweat than shiver. And yeah, no, I'm the same. I'd rather sweat than shiver too. Well, actually, no. So I used to be the same, Rose, but because I've just been in so many cold places that I've learned to like handle both. Because I feel like your body kind of, like anyone's body, kinds of like figure out one over the other just based on where you live. Because either you live somewhere that's really hot, you live somewhere that's really cold. So if you, I don't know, I think because I've lucky enough to travel a bunch, I've learned how to like, my body is just kind of like, all right, there's two wolves inside of me. You know what I mean? One likes to be cold and one likes to sweat. I learned to become both temperatures at once. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, Sky probably put it? Okay, cool. Sick, yeah, no, it's sick that you put down Lat Fox, because I think I knew them under their, I hope I'm not saying the name right, but I think I heard about them through, funnily enough, also looking through Bandcamp back in the day. Like another artist is like Chibi Tech, I remember found them. It's kind of similar-ish, but they make like NES dubstep. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I remember I think I might have had like one of their albums on like my wish list or something. Their stuff is sick. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is like an old school call. You know, I mean, to me at least, it was like, yo, this is the deep cut. GD Expo, is there a survey for recommending artists? I gotta tap in, bro. I could definitely recommend some stuff. There's not a particular survey, but you can send me whatever, dude. I always like listening to new music. So you can either post it here in the stream or like send me an email. But if you're gonna post it, I'm probably gonna stop streaming in like 2 minutes, like right now. So if anything, next stream or send me an email if you don't mind. Hey, I'm cool. I'm glad you like Live Fox too, dude. Yeah, shout out to Skyer for recommending that. You're also shutting stuff down. I can do that. Oh, I should find somebody to raid actually. I mean, you know, like I don't think it's getting late, so still no pressure to hang out. But I'll start a raid and then I'll stop streaming. Dun, dun, dun. I always forget. Yeah, because y'all, I'm about to eat some orange chicken and feed my cats. I gotta feed my cats too. I can hear them meowing. They're like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Actually, I gotta buy some tape. Okay, let me do that first. We can watch me order tape stream. What? Tape. Lol, I'll send an email for sure. Yeah, I know email's kind of weird, but the reason why is because then I'll see it, low key. Otherwise, I probably won't see it. Because yeah, because I actually like go through each email one by one. But I actually am kind of behind on email, so I'm probably not gonna get. Yeah, I mean, yeah. By behind, I mean like I owe 2 people an email, but I'm definitely gonna see a GD Expo. I appreciate you wanting to send me some music, dude. Because like you know how like YouTube has like a watch later. I have on Spotify a listen later, so when I get recommended music, I just add like more music to that, and then like maybe like once a month I'll go through and listen to all of it. So yeah. Speaking of that too, what's hella cool is there's one artist though I found like through that process, and I was like, I need to listen to this. It's called Spill Tab. I want to check them out. Like they're like an indie rock jazz artist, I think. It's kind of wild. But Rosa says, well, good night. Take care, everyone. I got sleepy and it's not that late yet. I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, same. I'm also getting a little bit tired. Just from like the gym and stuff, but I am too. Email scare me, bro. I'm out. Yeah, Night Rose, always good to see you. And I'm gonna stop streaming right now. Let me find someone to raid. And we'll call this. I mean, it's only for Twitch. So I guess maybe it'd just be like Skyer and me. Oh, AOK is raid. Okay. Let's do AOK. That's the homie. I've got a raid. Lane. All right, Lane, dude. Good night, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the survey chat. And dude, have a nice day, dude. It's always good to see you, Lane. I appreciate you. And I think I owe you an email too, Lane. So I'll get back to you soon. Grab their Twitch name. Sick. All right, and that's That's it. Cool. All right, y'all. Well, dude, thanks y'all for so much for stopping by the stream. I hope you have a nice night. And yeah, take it easy, y'all. Peace. Good to see everyone.